Sin City lights on the chart. Trade alert. That's right, baby. Let's go. I'm not a bull, I'm not a bear. I'm a monk in the chair.
Hey, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Liquidity in the air. Come on.
Trade alert,
We inbound, welcome in.
Making sounds if she pump, if she dump, we still make it off the bounce. That's right, baby. That's right, baby. Round the bottom.
They pay the bills. Welcome in, welcome in. What's going on, folks? Welcome.
Bitcoin moody, she be moving like a ghost. Wick up, wick down, and she do the most. Everybody yelling short, everybody yelling long. I just watch the chart and let the market sing the song. My narrative don't matter, my feelings don't count. If the setup look clean, then I'm still in that amount. Stop loss tight, but the mindset loose. Learn how to lose, that's the trade of truth. No revenge trade, no panic. Click if the candle flips red, I adapt real quick. Casino talking, I hear bells. Liquidations, can't you tell? TA plays out every time.
Just now you had it in your mind.
I'm not
a bull, I'm not a bear.
I'm a monk in the chair.
Green tea goes there. Ayy. Liquidity in the air.
Trade alert,
we inbound.
Whole chat making sounds. If she pump, if she don't, we still make it off the bounce.
That's right, baby.
That's right, baby. Round the bottom,
They pay the bills. That's right, baby.
Bing bong, price trapped in the range. Head and shoulders, then the pattern change. Bull flag, bear flag, falling wedge. I'm not guessing, I'm playing the edge. Fair value gap like a speed boost. Mario Kart when the candle cuts loose. Drag that stop in the profit, quick take profit. Damn it, don't marry the pig. Pinky up if we bullish. Red dot if we pull this. Green dot on the daily, not a whole chat going foolish. Spam the chat with the coins. Tell me where the money at. High probability setup, then I'm pointing to the map. Can I get a name in?
Can I get some dollar signs?
We in the money.
Look at the 8 men in the congregation. Where we at, folks?
Not financial advice, but the chart don't lie. If the trade goes wrong, we don't cry, we fly. Trade alert.
Attention.
Trade inbound.
Trade
Stop
alert.
below. Target found. Liquidity magnet. Price get dragged. Shorts get cooked. Longs get bagged. Monk mode. No fear. No greed, just flow. I'm
Not a bull, I'm not a bear. I'm a monk in the chair. Green tea coast there. Liquidity in the air.
Trade alert,
We inbound.
whole chat making sounds. If she pump, if she don't, we still make it off the bounce.
That's right, baby.
That's right.
That's right, baby.
Round the bottoms, pay the bills. That's right.
That's right, baby.
Learn how to lose.
Song release coming soon. Song release coming soon. Welcome in, folks. Welcome in.
Let's go.
That's right.
Let's go.
Let's go. Welcome to Sin City Crypto, folks. Welcome to Sin City of Crypto. That's right. I am the Zen Master, JP. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to the Zen Lab and the Zen Trading Zone. Second time now live today. You know how I do, okay? We got to see what's going on in the charts here, folks. Welcome in. Welcome in. Is this the beginning of the bull run? I'm seriously asking you. This is not just clickbait. Seriously asking you, is this the beginning of a potential bull run? BTC have crossed some very important macro levels. Is this the beginning of the bull run? I'm asking you. All right, folks, let's check in here. Let's check in a roll call in the chat. Who we got in the chat? What's going on? A Maniac. John Vier, good to see you. Attract Abundance. All my good people. LGK, I'm sure you're somewhere. Blue Harronell. Hello, Jacko. Anybody with clap in their name? Anybody with with Zen in their name? What's going on, folks? How we doing? Where we from? Let's test my geography skills here today. Are we from New Zealand, right? Anybody from South Africa? Anybody from Chad? Anybody from let's see, anybody from, give me a random country. Anybody from Uganda? Anybody from let's see, South American countries. Anybody in Chile? Right? Chile. What's going on, folks? Where we at around the world, man? I feel like I know so many countries, but I'm having a hard time throwing them out there. Where we at, folks? Where we at from around the world? Check in. Are you ready for the bull clap? Hello, hello, hello. Good to see everybody. India. We got India, of course. We got Texas, USA. Yes, we do. Where's my USA, folks? Shout out to BPD, Puria. We got Anise, Beyond Sport. All my good people in the building. Welcome in, welcome in. It said Kenya, Taliban, Louisville, Egypt. Hello from Nigeria. Hello from Tennessee. Everybody, welcome into the Zen Center, a congregation for the worldwide traders that want to battle their emotions, or at least don't let it take control of you or take control of your trading. Okay, we come here with a Zen mindset, with no narrative whatsoever, neutral in these charts. Okay, we are Switzerland in these charts. Five. All right, we are Switzerland in these charts. No affiliation, no narrative here. Welcome in, welcome in. Yes, yes, yes. We got to see what's going on with BTC. Let's take a quick look at the casino while I make sure the air is cool enough in here. We were in the supply zone, kind of still is. Will we get the continued squeeze to the upside? Is it just a squeeze, or is this a true trend reversal? Talk to me, folks. Talk to me, folks. Make yourself comfortable here in the congregation. Everybody find a seat and give me. All right, all right. Has everybody found their seats in the congregation and ready now to get into these charts? Once again, this is the casino, and the direction is that we're in the supply zone. Now, I got to say, I'm not saying this is what I'm going to do, but normally when we're in the supply zone to the upside, as you can see, I'm usually looking for shorts when we're in the supply zone. And when we're in the demand zone, the lower liquidity, I'm usually looking for longs. That's just for scalps. But we'll see here. We'll see what we have. I have no idea what we will do here today just yet. Always a clear mind and clear mindset. All right, let's go ahead and look at the liquidity heat map. Get this chat out the way. Liquidity heat map, 5-minute time frame. Looks like BTC cocking back a bit. Will we take more liquidity? Is that a double top as well? Small double top. We had a big splash, guys. We've been going sideways pretty much all day earlier. And just exploded. We just recently exploded to the upside, took 64.6 out. Now we're going sideways again, maybe getting ready for another explosion. We still have heavy liquidity at 65,862 and higher. We got liquidity at 68,000. 70K is in the cards tonight, believe it or not. 70,000 BTC is in the cards tonight. This is not a drill, folks. That's why I'm seriously asking, is this the beginning of a bull run? Serious question. Talk to me. Talk to me. All right. All right. Let's get into the actual charts here. We'll look at BTC. We'll do the top down, and we will get ready for the daily candle close in just about an hour and a half. I already have my alarm set for the daily candle close. We'll see how that looks in about an hour and a half. All right, let's get right into it. BTC, pull up the chart, Bitcoin. We'll look at the traditional assets as well. We'll look at Bitcoin. We'll look at the NASDAQ briefly, gold, oil we'll look at, and we'll look at the important altcoins, Ethereum. We'll look at Solana, Hyperliquid, Zcash, all the important coins. You know it. Let me know what you want to see in advance. Now's a good time. As you know, I'm always looking in that chat. Chat is right here, baby. Always looking in it. All right. Fix that. Beautiful. Love it. All right, let's do a top-down analysis on BTC. And first, let me clear my mind and go to the river outside the congregation. All right, as I step outside the doors of the congregation and head to the river, that's right, I will be like a river and flow around the obstacles, flow around any narratives or anything, that may try to skew or sway my impartiality. Okay, I am impartial. I am neutral. I'm not a bull. I'm not a bear. I'm a monk in a chair. All right, and a good chair, a nice swivel chair. I'm a monk in a swivel chair. and we'll see what we could do here in these charts. All right, clear the minds, clear the narratives. I'm not in, I got to see what trades I'm in right now. I'm pretty sure I closed the short trade, but I am in, we had the Trump coin apparently work out. Of all trades, like the Trump coin is the one. Like, are you kidding me? Like, what is this market? Long on Trump coin. I don't want to get into it right now. We'll get into it in just a second, guys. Let's just do the top down here. Let's do the top down. All right, monthly. How are we looking? Monthly time frame, a very macro time frame at support, multiple levels of support, 50 MA. Also the previous range right here, right around, you know, back in, what's that, March 24, when we had that consolidative area. And this also lines up with the top of the previous bull market. So a lot of confluence for this particular range that we're in right now. It could be a bounce. It could be a strong bounce. It could be the bottom. Yes, it could. It could be a bottom. Ilio says, are you still in the BTC short? Not at the moment. I'm not. But I'm willing to get back into a short if necessary. The thing is, guys, this is a tough market. I got to be honest. I put a 1 in the chat right now if you believe this is a tough market to try to catch the top, or even try to, try to catch the top or catch the bottom. Let me know if you've been chopped up, if you've been clapped up. Is this a tough market? Put a 1 in the chat. I'm willing to short, but I need small time frame confirmation. You know, I'm really a big high time frame guy. I'm a swing trader. I'm an investor. Believe it or not, scalping is new to me. Scalping is new to me. Okay. So I need the high time frames to align with the small time frames for the confirmation. More than anything, we need confirmation right now. I have no idea what's going to happen. Okay. I have no idea what's going to happen. I have no idea what's going to happen. I have no idea what's going to happen. Let's figure it out together. Okay. Let's figure it out together. It's a tough market, guys, and I don't have the answers, got to say, okay? Sway, I don't have the answers. Say Zen Clapper, you don't have the answers. I don't have the answers. But let's figure it out. Let's get some answers, okay? Let's get some answers. Once again, monthly at support. What do we do at support? Talk to me in the chat. What do we do at support? What do I do at support? I look for longs at support. So based on the monthly, I should be looking for longs, all right? Based on a monthly, I should be looking for longs as we are at a macro support level. Let's go to the weekly time frame. Here's the weekly. And the weekly is what had me, align with the bears. What was it? Friday, even going into the weekend, because we had this candle close here. Look at this. This candle close right here, closed below the important support line, the yellow line, 200 MA. That was what looked like at the time a strong rejection. Big hammer candle, red hammer candle came down, went all the way down to about 58,000. A lot of people got bearish there. I didn't get bearish there, believe it or not. I was actually longing. I was longing there, but the plan was to get bearish right there. That was my plan, but so far the plan is wrong. Bye. That's just the way it is, guys. I'm not afraid to say I'm wrong. Everything is a probability-based analysis here, and it's not, it's not fortune telling. Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen in the Zen Center congregation? What we do here is analytical, okay? It is a probability-based analysis and assessment and not fortune telling. I have no idea, and I don't even take pride in being right, okay? It's not about being right. Can I get an amen, okay? It's not about being right. It's about being honest with yourself and being able to adjust to the charts, okay? I can have an idea, and that idea can be wrong or it could be right, okay? Let's get an amen in the chat, please. Okay, same thing for all of you. You could be wrong, you could be right, but with good risk management, it doesn't matter, okay? As long as you over time do better, with your wins than your losses. I wanted to go short right there, but BTC said, I thought there would be a bearish retest. Got clap, 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 clap. No bearish retest. This thing got a bullish retest. Are you kidding me? Look at this thing. The weekly is starting to look good, guys. And look, it even went as low as 61.3. It did go as low as 61.3. But look, we got a bounce, and now we got a freaking A nice long wick at the bottom of this candle. We created a wick first. Are you serious? We started the week with a wick. Now you're ready to be bullish. BTC ready to push to 65,700. Are you kidding me? And we're about to close the gap. Maybe go to 73,000. That's all in the cards, baby. Come on, get excited. This could be the start of the bull run. Yes, it could be. I'm open-minded. I'm not a bear. I'm not a bear. They call me a bear man, a monk bear. I'm not a bear. I'm a monk in the chair, man. And right now, I got to say, man, BTC looking strong. I already told you the monthly has me looking for longs. Well, what do you think the weekly has me doing now? The weekly has me looking for longs too. I'm liking all these tweezer bottoms. I like the fact that we didn't just, that we fought back and didn't just give away that support level. We're above the support level on the weekly with a low stochastics oversold and low stochastics. It looks like it's going to start curving up a bit. No green dot yet, but that will be significant when they give us the green dot on the weekly. Money flow red telling you careful. This trend is still technically down, but notice how the money flow is up, down, up, down. What's next? Up. Maybe a higher low and up. You see what I'm saying? That can happen. This could be the very start of the bull run. And I'm not joking. It's not freaking clickbait. This is not a test. This is not a freaking this is not a false alarm, guys. This could be the beginning of the bull run. In fact, should we get a poll out there right now? And let's do exit poll as well. I need an exit poll. Is this the beginning of the bull run? Put a 1 in the chat right now. If yes, put a 2 if no. It's always 1 for yes, 2 for no. Is this the beginning of the bull run? Yes for 1 for yes, 2 for no. And I'll also do an official poll. Is this the beginning of the bull run? Oh, man. All right, start that poll. Let's go. Let's get the poll going. I need to get the temperature check. I need both polls. I need it in the chat, and I need the official poll. Give me both, the exit poll and the official results. All right. So weekly, I got to say, guys, weekly looking bullish here. The fact that we are above support. But how many days left? 6 days left. A lot can happen in 6 days, guys. A lot can happen in 6 days. Could this still come down and lose that 200 in May again? Of course it can. It could my original idea actually be, correct? Could we come back down and lose that 200, the yellow line, and really go lower? Absolutely. Sometimes you may be correct on a level, a price level, or a resistance level, but may be wrong on the timing. Can I get an amen on that one? I need an amen on that one. You could be wrong on the timing. I may have been wrong on the timing. I have no idea. But from what I'm seeing right now, without adding too much speculation, it looks like a beautiful bounce on the weekly, just missing that green dot. So the weekly has me looking for longs. That's just what we're dealing with here, folks. The weekly got me looking for longs. All right, let's go to the... Actually, I feel like we should do like the 5 day or the 6 day. Somebody said 6 day today. Let's look at this. Damn. In fact, let's look at the 5 day. I like this one. Look at the 5 day. I never look at this chart, guys. I never look at it. The only thing about this one is this one doesn't show the bull div the same way the weekly and the daily does. Wait, or does it? Let me see here. 5 day. Oh, it does. It does. Okay. Where the div is right here. Like that's a high. I mean, that's a low. That's a lower low, right? And you see the momentum indicators, higher low, slightly on there. Okay. But anyway, 5 day, green dot already. Look, green dot on the 5 day, money flow red, but Stokes very oversold. Very oversold. Green dot is a buy signal on Market Cipher at resistance right now. Look, actually, we're really interacting with that 9 MA. It's giving us a hard time a little bit. Right at that 9 MA, let's see if BTC can close above it. 3 days left in this one. How about the 6 day? Let's write 6D. Bring me to the 6 day. This one not quite yet at resistance, but look, green dot. We're getting green dots on time frames between the daily and the weekly. Isn't that not interesting? How about the 3 day? Look, also green dot on the 3 day. Many green candles here, guys. a beautiful bullish divergence. This thing is bullish, man. I get it. There's been a big downtrend, but the recent price action, especially the divergences on the weekly and the daily, are strong, and they are very noticeable. You cannot unnotice these things. You can't unsee them once you see them, okay? A strong bull divs. Let's go to the daily time frame now. Okay, so the daily, yes, huge push up. Look how many green days we've had in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green days now in a row. And looks like we are currently at resistance, at least by support and resistance, you know, from price action. Not necessarily resistance from any moving average just yet. And in fact, there's a gap here. There's a little gap. I can see BTC filling that gap right now, getting a quick move to about 65, 66. Come in contact with that 50 MA. Could we reject there? We could reject there, or consolidate, or maybe even come down a bit, you know, cock back and get ready to really take it. But that's the next major resistance I'm seeing on the daily. It's around 66,500. That makes sense. So let's say this. The daily is, you know, at least the most recent candles, the least, like the last like 20, 30 candles, very bullish. This structure is very bullish, you know, potentially. Why potentially? Because we still have to break the macro trend, right? The macro trend has not been broken technically yet, the trend to the downside. Once we pass that like 66, we pass this area. Now we're talking about a potential trend reversal, a true trend reversal. You know, get above 82. We're looking at potential true trend reversals. And I'll say this, the daily Stokes are pretty high here, overbought, but it could stay overbought. The RSI has some room to go, can still go higher as well. So the daily is like, you know, we've been pushing. The daily says we are still bullish, but, you know, exercise caution as we may be heading for a retracement eventually, right? Everything must retrace at some point, but not when you think it should. Amen to that one. Not when you think it should, but everything will retrace at some point. So even though I think it's going to retrace now, we're at the 50, it might not. It may not retrace all the way to 74. Believe it or not, that is a possibility, guys. That is the market that we're in here. You have no idea what's going to happen. We can get consecutive green candles, melt faces all the way to $74,000, $75,000 BTC. That could happen, and it will wreck so many people on the way up, and everybody short and will just add fuel to the fire. That can happen. Be ready for it. Not saying it's gonna happen, and I wouldn't count on it. I think that would be very silly to count on that, you know, have that as your probability analysis, but I understand it could happen. So the daily tells me that we are bullish, but be careful of a potential retracement that may be coming. So daily is, you know, bullish, but cautious. Bullish, but cautious. All right, let's go to the 12-hour. Just curious. Look at the 12-hour time frame. Beautiful move there. Awesome. Engulfing candle coming in with the volume. Look at the volume. We got a very bullish high volume coming in here, and the money flow flipped green. Are you kidding me? Look, the 12-hour is extremely bullish. We've been bull all the high time frames. So clearly you see what bias I'm going to be going with here. But I'm also aware that we could see the retracement or a rejection. You know, just be aware. 8-hour time frame. 8-hour has the green dot. Look, it was over freaking bought. It was so overbought. The freaking Stokes were on the ceiling here, and it didn't matter. Look, red dot, they thought that was the sell signal. Green dot, red dot, thought it was a sell signal. Green dot again, and now the VWAP and money flow is coming up. Guys, this looks like a reversal. It truly does. You know, I've been bearish at times. I've been bullish at times. This makes me want to be bullish, cautiously bullish here. Yeah, so let's go to the 4-hour time frame. You guys know me, man. I like the 4-hour a lot. This is my setup time frame and my alignment time frame. Look at this time frame. Does this tell me I should be bullish or bearish? Talk to me in the chat. Bullish or bearish? What does the 4-hour say to me? I'm waiting. What does the 4-hour tell me to do? Look at that. Look at the double golden cross, crossing at 200 MA on a 4-hour time frame. BTC pushing, man. And look at the strong rejection from the downside. That was the attempted dump right there, guys. That was the attempted dump. That's what I thought was going to happen right there. An attempted dump, bring this thing all the way back down to the value area low. But something happened. There was a shift here. Okay, there was a shift, and this thing is bullish, man. It is extremely bullish here on the 4-hour time frame, guys. Bull, 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 bull. This is bullish. It's so freaking bullish. I just got to say, I mean, can it spill over? Absolutely, but it's bullish. You know, my alignment time frames, the high time frames, the meso time frame, the middle time frame too, the 4-hour, all telling me I should be a bull. I should be aligned with the bulls. Let's go to the 1-hour time frame, BTC. What a push up. And look at that. They try to dump it right there. Try to dump it hard. Didn't even need to touch the 200 on the 1 hour. That thing got an immediate pump up. Immediate pump up. But look, they're trying to give us the hidden bear. The hidden bear div there. But money flow increasingly green. Momentum to the upside. We got the green dots. Price is just overheated, man. Price is overheated and overextended, but it doesn't care. It'll keep pushing. Everything is bullish right now. 30-minute time frame. There we go. There's your red dot on the 30. Who's brave enough to short that? Not me. Fine. Not me. We'll take a look at the liquidity a little more, but not me. I'm not brave enough to short it. Okay. I'm in no short right now. Believe it or not. I cut the short off earlier because I did, you know, I had to zen myself and looking at the, you know, the higher time frames and looking at the 4-hour as it's just no way I can get into a short now. I will get into a short once the smaller time frames and the medium time frames all can agree. Right now, there's no agreement, guys. There's no agreement on a confirmation for a short. It's pretty much just gambling. It's taking a chance. It's saying, hey, bear market, short every pop. That may work, but it has not been working. It has not been working the past few days. And I'm tired of getting clapped. Clap Daddy is tired of getting clapped. I can't just get clapped over and over and over again. I cannot. I must adjust. I must adjust. Anybody here tired of getting clapped? Tired of getting clapped. Adam Thomas says it's a trap. It might be a trap. I'm not saying go long right now. I'm not saying go long right now. But at the same time, there's no confirmation for a short, man. There's no confirmation just yet. I mean, maybe we'll find some confirmation on the charts right here live. But I'm just saying, guys, I'm not, man. This tells me to look for fib retracements. This tells what I'm seeing so far. It tells me that we should get a squeeze close to 70K. That's what I'm seeing in the charts so far. We'll go to the smaller time frames. All right. How about your 15? Very similar here. A little bit of bear div there and a red dot. Who knows? Maybe that short confirmation coming soon. 5-minute time frame. What's the 5 doing? Very bullish. The 5. The 5. Yeah, look at that V-shaped recovery. You see what I'm saying? Like, that was last night. I was shorting last night, you know, up in the money, everything gravy, you know. And too bad we got to sleep as humans, right? Woke up not in the money. Woke up not in the money because of this big move. What an incredible move. What this tells me too is, guys, like, if you're gonna be trading overnight, you know, if you're going to keep a trade open overnight, you got to wake up for the morning hours, guys. Is there a coincidence that 6:30 a.m., you know, made the difference there? 6:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time or 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. That's when the NASDAQ opens. That's when the traditional markets open. You know, if you're going to be having, you know, swing trades open overnight, especially one that you may look to take profit on soon, you know, especially if it's over leverage, guys, just pay attention to these macro times. 6:30 a.m. is a macro time. You know, that's a take profit down there. That's a take profit. I would have took profit there. All right, let's go to the 1-minute time frame. The 1. Very small time frame, grain of salt. All I'm seeing is consolidation. All I'm seeing is sideways consolidation. I mean, some people might try to say that's a, you know, that's a head and shoulder, a not perfect head and shoulder. All I see is just sideways. All I see is consolidative action here. This is what I see on the 1-minute time frame. I don't want to put too much weight on the 1 minute, but I'm just seeing sideways. I'm seeing cocking back for more action to the upside. All right, let's go to the liquidity heat map from Trading Different. That's right. This is the best liquidity heat map I have found. Way better than Bookmap, way better than CoinGlass. If you want access to this tool, 10% discount for the community. We'll put it in the chat, and it's also in the description of the video. Trading a different attract abundance. What's your take on liquidity right now? And I see the trending different has the trend at 2-to-1 bullish right now. I'm sorry, yeah, 2.0 bullish. Okay. I'm seeing stochastics a bit low here. This is a 5-minute time frame. Do you see the squeeze that is coming? Do you see it? That's a ton of liquidity to the upside. And look, there's a ton to the downside as well, just a little further away. But I got to say, man, that upside is starting to get more and more juicy. Getting real juicy there. The shorts are piling up, and the bulls are ready to squeeze them. Are you ready to squeeze, bulls? Are you ready to squeeze? All right. All right. All right. All right. Let's take a look at higher time frame liquidity, because it does change, believe it or not, by the time frame here. Let's look at the 4-hour. Yeah, the 4-hour had me bearish a while ago, man, because it just, I mean, to me, it just looked like we were cocking up for a potential bear flag, and then, you know, trend up to break down into the heavy liquidity, 57K. Look, 47K still very hot to the downside. You know, that favors the downside, the closer liquidity on the 4-hour. But look at all the local liquidity, the big crumb a trail to the upside as well. And that hot zone at 84K. Anything can happen here, folks. But what I'm seeing that can happen today, like literally tonight, is we could sweep this entire range. Could you imagine that? Sweep all that local liquidity, get up to about 70-something thousand, and then go sideways, do something like that. Who believe this is going to happen? Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe this is going to happen. You know, we just squeeze, flag, and then continuation to the upside brings us up to 84K, 90K. All of that could happen. All right. Let's remove the drawings, and let's go to the daily time frame, highest time frame here for liquidity. Give you an idea what's happening here. Just an idea. Perfect. All right. You can see the hot zones. You see the hot zones, and you see what the market structure is. What do you guys think about this market structure? So I believe, I mean, it's clearly bearish market structure. You know, bear market, I get it. You know, that's a lower low. That's a lower high. That's a lower low, potentially lower high. But what is significant, and we know already on the daily, is that bull div, right? That low, the mismatch between the price, right? But the mismatch between the price and the momentum. I believe the momentum. Daily bull div is one of the most strongest indicators you ever come across, okay? One of the most strongest indicators you ever come across. You try to be bearish on a move like this, but this is the exact move that can give you the strength to push to 75K, you know, consolidate and go for the next push to 83K. This can happen, guys. This can absolutely happen. All right. Rolf Trader says the bottom is in October. July is always like that. Wait for August and September, then we'll see the bottom in October. That can happen. That absolutely can happen. But I'll say this, guys. Listen, I wouldn't get too caught up in what happened in the past. I get it. I'm just open-minded, man. I am of the thought, like if you ask me my personal opinion, which by the way, I have not given you my personal opinion this entire time. None of this is my personal opinion. Okay, I'm doing an analysis by the charts, you know, what the charts are telling me to do as an objective observer here. None of this is my opinion as far as being bullish on any particular time frame. No opinions, okay? Just objective analysis. But if you ask me my opinion, I would say that I agree with you. I would say that most likely the bottom will be somewhere in October, November, if you ask me my opinion. I'm just saying I know what's possible, that, you know, this could be a bottom now. You know, just because it didn't happen the same exact month last cycle, none of that matters, folks. None of it matters, okay? None of it matters. Yeah. Yeah, somebody said the 4-year cycle breaks at some point. Can't be that predictable. I agree. Like by the actual month, by the day. But I'll tell you this though. What was funny is that you guys seen the chart, like the bull run chart. Anybody see the cycle charts where the bull run was like exactly 1,000 and like 77 days or something like that, or was it 1,000 something like that days? And like we literally hit it like to the day. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like the bull run was exactly as long as it was supposed to be, which is pretty freaky and strange, you know? So I wouldn't be surprised if it did just repeat. But what I'm saying is, you know, don't rely on it repeating. Amen. Amen. All right. So I don't know, looking at this chart, what do you think? This is the daily, man. It's kind of what we're dealing with. I mean, yes, we're closer to the downside and we are in a bearish trend. But with that strong, a bullish divergence, is it enough, my friends? Is it enough to push us up for a squeeze to the 70s, a consolidation, and then a squeeze up to the 80s? What do you think? I agree. Shamitra says it should not be dismissed regardless. Absolutely should not be dismissed. The cycles and what happened in the past, we should not dismiss it. And if you ask me personally, I do think it follows the cycle. I do think it follows the cycle. But from an analysis perspective and doing TA, I have to understand that it may not. All right, so let's look at the auto clappers. What are the auto clappers doing now? Open a new tab here for trading different and go to the high frequency chart. What are the auto clappers up to? Let's see what the auto clappers are up to. 7 out of 10. They are long right now. That's right. The auto clappers are long. 7 out of 10 certainty. Dave, good to see you. Dave said, I'm here for my clapping. Somebody clap me. Well, here you go, Dave. Here's your clapping, man. And here's a clapping for me, too. We all took claps today. Bah. We had that one runner, though, a Trump coin. Bah. BTC, 5-minute Hankanashi candles here in the casino. Make sure it's live. Are we heading back to that supply zone? We may. I love it. 1 second. All right, so I don't think I'm in any trade right now. Yeah, I'm in no trade right now, but of all trades today, the freaking Trump coin freaking played out. The Trump coin, 21%, $231 on Trump coin. Like, seriously? I don't know how I feel about that, man. I know how I feel about it. The commander-in-chief coin, man. What a move up, huh? What a move up. All right, we got to find opportunity, guys. We got to find opportunity to market. I think I made up my narrative. I think that this is a truly a reversal at this point. I'm looking for pullbacks. I'm looking for coins that haven't ran yet to potentially long, right? And when I meant pullbacks, I meant to, you know, find a fib level to long or something like that. But also let's draw some dealing ranges as well. Okay, I think that's important. In the higher time frames, have me consider, you know, taking seriously the trend reversal. All right, but at the same time, let's pull up a 4-hour range and see what the dealing range is. What is the current 4-hour dealing range? Let's do it. Let's draw a rectangle, and let's draw it like that. Oop. All right, I'm gonna say this is the dealing range, right about like that. All right, does everybody agree with this, that this is the 4-hour dealing range, aka the value area low and high of the range? Anybody disagree? Anybody disagree that this is the dealing range, or do you agree? Put a 1 in the chat if you agree that this is the dealing range. Put a 2 if you disagree. I have a value area low around 58,483, and I have a value area high around 66,500, and the POC is right around 62,800. Talk to me right now, folks. Do you agree with this dealing range for Bitcoin? It's on a 4-hour. Let's go ahead and lock that to the chart. I think the dealing range is important because it put things into context as to where you are in the range and if you should be looking for longs or if you should be looking for shorts, right? For example, And if I can get a witness, can I get some dollar sign? I'm playing. If I can get a witness, yeah, I've been looking for longs down here. You know, definitely had some longs going on down here. And technically, there's nothing wrong with looking for shorts up here somewhere, right? Somewhere around 66,005, right? Short area. You know, maybe next time we get here, maybe a potential short. I don't know. We'll see. Even if it's just a, you know, a scalp short. So that's the dealing range right there. I mean, could you adjust it? Sure. Let me just, you know, if someone disagrees with this range, I think all TA is a bit subjective a little bit. So I like to look at different, you know, possibilities. But what if I tighten it up a little bit more? What if I said that is the dealing range? Damn. One could even argue that that is a dealing range right there. Look at that, right? Big move up, immediate rejection, a bit of an anomaly there right there. And maybe this is the dealing range, or maybe we're at the top of the dealing range right now. Anybody like this one better? Put a 7 in the chat. A 7 in the chat if you like this dealing range better. That would be a value area low of about 59,746 and a value area high of about 64,700. We just about tapped it. Just about tapped it. And you see we got rejected from this area before. So if you like this one better, you know, put a 7 in the chat. Just looking at dealing ranges here for BTC. Either way, we flipped the POC. That's very bullish. That blue line right there, a bit of a point of control, the most high volume area in the range. We flipped that thing bullishly, okay? Move up. We had a bit of a flag, if you want to call it that. Flag, move up, sharp flag, move on up. And some people like this one better. They said that's a tighter range. That make more sense, right? That's a bit of an anomaly right there. Immediate rejection when we got that high. And maybe that same thing happens again, right? What if this goes up? Everybody gets bullish. I'm telling you to be bullish. You know, bull market coming. You know, we move up to 66.7, and then we just come right back down and get rejected from the range high, just like we did right here. You know, so that can happen. A corn dog says I have a 64,480 value area high. So that's pretty close. I'm at 64.6 for my value area high. You got 64,480. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty close. I like that. Limis says that's valid too, but you're right at face. But you're right at face ripping short or face ripping long. Yeah, I agree. I agree. We're pretty much on the cusp of somebody getting ripped and somebody face getting melted. I don't know which way, guys. So let's see. So this is, you know, roughly this is the range we're in. We're starting to near the value area high. I don't know if we're exactly there, but we're nearing that value area high. So I could definitely see why, you know, one would look for a short, including myself, being near the value area high of the range on the 4 hour. Where's the next range? Look, there's no range right there because the big dump. Let's back up. There we go. Let's back up and draw the next range. What is the next range for BTC? And don't worry, we will zoom in. But right now I'm in strategy mode, right? I need to really focus on a strategy and a dealing range, so we can, you know, come up with a responsible and likely trading plan. Does everybody like this range? I just did a new range over here. Looks like a value area low somewhere near 66,000, right? Value area low and a value area high somewhere near like 73. But you know what? You could probably tighten that up. Maybe the value area high is somewhere around here, 72.5. I'm just looking at how many times we got rejected in certain areas. Something like that, right? And then some would even just add that into the range. You say the range high is 82. I can see that as well. You know, do you guys like the bigger range or the smaller range? I think they're both accurate though. And you could just have separate ranges, you know, 2 smaller separate ranges or 1 bigger range. And it really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. It's still just giving you an idea of the low and the high of the range. Whether you want to separate it or put it together is up to you. But I'm seeing that as the range, as the previous range. So basically, guys, if we do take out, you know, this value area high, if we go through the volume gap, I can clearly see BTC finding support at 67. you know, 6, 7. Yeah, that's the most likely place for there to be consolidation and find support if we don't get immediately rejected. So BTC could see a quick move up, come up to about 66, 67, and then, you know, find support at that value area low. Let's draw it in. Give me a brush. Big move up, find support at that value area low, 66,000, 67, somewhere like that. BTC doing that. I can see that. And the thing is, we have enough, you know, liquidity and fuel to get that move. That's all we need is a big move up to about 66 and 67. And then congratulations, we're in the value area low. And if at that point, if the money flow, hold on. Okay. And at that point, if the money flow is green on high time frames, I got to tell you, I'll be looking for longs right here, because now we're at what? A value area low, of a, you know, previous range. I will be looking for longs if we could successfully make our way up there. All right. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Pedro says, follow the trend. What trend, my friend? Now, seriously, guys, if you're going to say follow the trend, say the time frame trend, or say the macro trend, say the micro trend. Don't just say the trend, okay? The trend is subjective. What's the trend? I mean, looking at the market structure, is the trend not down? Looking at this market structure, tell me. Looking at the market structure we have on the chart, is the trend up or is it down? All right. It depends on what time frame you are on. Is the trend up or down? In fact, say that in the chat right now. Is it up or down? If I just ask you, you know, randomly with no context, you know, BTC, what's the trend? What would you tell me? Is it up or down? Absolutely. Talk to me, baby. All right. So we do have to be careful. I'll say this, while the 4 hour makes me bullish, okay, we do have to be careful with the fact that we are nearing the value area high of this mini range. I got to say that though, guys. You know, what if we just come here and get rejected? What if we put in bear div and get rejected there and actually see a rotation back down to the value area low, right? We have to be careful right now. This is a very dangerous place to be trading. And honestly, I don't know, man. Based on the micro range, it kind of makes sense to look for shorts right here. I know the trend is up. I know the trend is up on the smaller time frames, but we got to be careful. The macro trend, I believe, is still down. So we have to be careful, and we have to make sure all time frames align. And I asked you a question. I said, what is the trend? Somebody said in the chat, just follow the trend. Like, is that easy? What is the freaking trend? What is the trend? Oh, man. Is it David C says down, lower, high? Okay. Is it Joe? G-O-E? Joe Jorgen says a down. Okay. Sticky says up or down. Steven says macro down. I'm seeing down. What's the trend, baby? What's the trend? You want the trend to be my friend, but what the hell is the trend? Talk to me. And not enough people telling me the trend. Don't be afraid. Tell me what the trend is. El Clapo, what's going on? El Clapo says 1 hour trend up, but look at Clappish. See, we don't even know. We can't even agree what the trend is. God damn. A Juggernaut says, JP, dangerous, laugh in the face of danger. Name the movie. Man, you got me. A laugh in the face of danger. Oh, let me guess. If I had to guess, could it be some type of Mission Impossible, maybe? Either Mission Impossible or a Jim Carrey movie. I don't know. I have no idea, man. I have no idea. All right, well, let's go to the other time frames, guys. What is the trend? We have a poll going. I do want to poll to say what's the trend, because it's not easy. I asked the people as well, is this the beginning of the bull run? And let's see what the result of that poll is. Damn, 61% said no, this is not the beginning of the bull run. 39% says yes. All right, new poll coming at you. New poll coming at you. What is the trend? I'm gonna keep it just as you know, out of context as you guys put it to me. You know, when you're trying to make fun of me, just follow the trends, then, massa. Oh yeah, but what's the trend? What's the trend? Up or down? All right, new poll, new poll. Go ahead and hit the poll right now, guys. Hit the poll. I also need exit polls. I always like exit polls, as well as you know, the regular polls. So if you believe the trend is up, put a 1 in the chat. If you believe the trend is down, put a 2 in the chat. What is the trend? I'm gonna leave it out of context, just like that, the way you put it to me. What is the trend? They said trend is friend. Trend is friend. Whatever it is, it's my friend. All right. What is the trend? All right, let's get back to BTC. I drew some ranges here. We're looking at the 4-hour time frame. We got some ranges. I want like multiple charts open, man. I want to keep like real drawings on the chart today. You know, I always like delete stuff. I always delete a lot of drawings. I really want to keep some drawings on the chart. So I'm going to need multiple trading view instances open. And guys, make sure you're using TradingView. Okay, this is the professional standard here. If you don't have a subscription, get yourself a subscription. I got a $15 off coupon for you. Use our referral link. It is in the description of the video. If we have a mod here, somebody please put it in the with the Nightbot, but use TradingView, please. It's okay to use other platforms as well, but please use TradingView. All right, I'm looking in the chat, and we also have a poll going. What is the trend? What is the trend for BTC? Talk to me. Muhammad says, I told you short. Here go to I told you, people. Let's go. All right, sideways choppy. I see down. I see 1, 1, 1, 2. Give me the exit polls, baby. Let's go. He said, trend, not friend. Corn Dog says, trend, not friend. Pedro says, sometimes it's best to wait. I agree. Sometimes it is best to wait. You know why? Well, why would you say that? Well, let's think about this. And let's think about where we are in these ranges. I drew the 2 ranges that we are in right now. I mean, that we, you know, the one that we've been in and the one that we're in right now. Let's say you did no trade at all and you wait to see what happens. So a few things can happen. Number one, we can pump heavy, big pump. You know, no FOMO, let that thing retrace, find support, double bottom, right, from the value area low. Maybe even it puts in some bull div, right? Maybe we have lower low on price and higher low on the momentum. Maybe we get bull div here at the bottom of the range, and that's your long, right? That's your long at the value area low of the range. Could I get an amen for that one? You know, that could be a play by just waiting, right? Waiting. It's okay to wait. So that could be a play if we actually get accepted into the next range. Or the play could be, what if we get a move up anyway and then immediate rejection? Immediate rejection, we wait. What if we come back down to the POC, you know, of this range, kind of consolidate, maybe even bearishly consolidate? What if there's some type of, you know, a bearish consolidation pattern like a descending triangle? Or hell, maybe even we bounce and we put in some bear div, you know, we come back down to this POC, we bounce and put in bear div, and we're just looking weak, you know. Maybe that's a short down to here, right? Get into the trade, short it down to the value area low. Price likes to move, you know, clearly. Price likes to move, and it bounces between the value area high, low, and the POC of ranges. Give me the amens, baby. Give me the dollar sign. That's what it likes to do. So for traders, you know, us, we can just wait. We can wait to see, you know, what it's going to do. Because at this point, honestly, guys, I mean, you should be in a trade. You should be in a long and taking profit, you know, taking profit right there, and then looking for the next setup. Right now, it just does not seem like a good time to get into a trade. Even a long, it just doesn't seem like a good idea to get into a trade right now. It seems like you need to wait and see what price is going to settle and take the next move. You know, I'm either getting into a long at the value area low, take it to the POC, or I'm taking the POC down to the value area low, or I'm taking the POC to the value area high. You see what I'm saying? It's like, these are like stop. These are bus stops. You know, these are route stops here. You know, you got to get into a trade at one route or one stop and get off the next stop. Right now, we are in between stops, my friends, in between stops and being very volatile. So does that make sense to anybody? Give me a 7 in the chat. Give me a 7 in the chat if you agree with anything I'm saying here. that you may have to let the price settle. You know, it's a little bit too uncertain right now. And, you know, you should be in a long, but you should be looking to take profit pretty soon here at the value area high. All right. Could you put in the short at the value area high? Absolutely. Is there confirmation right now? No. Okay. Who here believes that you know, to get into a trade that, you know, the high time frames and the small time frames should all, you know, come into agreement for the direction you want? Does that make sense? You know, if you want a short, yeah, we see the short setup. I think it was the 12-hour. We got to get the BTC. We might be getting a pull down right now. But was it the 12-hour? What happened to the red dot? Was it not there earlier? You see what I'm saying with this market? Dave, we were looking at the 12-hour. It had the red dot on it. There's no red dot now. There's no red dot on the 12-hour, but still overbought. Okay, and look at the increase of volatility with price action. You know, what can this make? Will it make a diamond pattern? Is it a you know, is it a megaphone? Right? A diamond pattern would be if this starts, you know, doing this now, right? Start putting in less volatility on the way down, something like that. You know, candles start doing that. A diamond pattern, that could be confirmation for the short. Amen. Amen. That could be confirmation for a short potentially. All right, erase it all, erase it all, erase it all. I'm just looking, guys. I'm looking. You know, so I want to be bullish here, but understanding that we are near a value area high of the very local range, you know, makes me very cautious. It makes me want to wait. It makes me want to let price settle down, maybe even set a trap, right? Where are my people who like to set traps for price? I'm looking to set traps, you know, but right now we got to see. Maybe there's no trade, you know, maybe there's a trade in something else. All right. Let me get in that chat really quickly. Shakan says BTC MACD can turn green on the 4-hour on the next candle. Something like Sol is at least 2 bars away. I like that. Okay. Jacko says, what's the low range price? What's the low range price? Like the value area low? Is that what you mean, Jacko? Well, the current range somewhere around 59.8. 59.8 of the current range. But we are flirting with heading up to the next range. All right. Let me know if that's not what you meant, but I think that's what you meant. All right. Lee says you are seeing the right thing. We are in value area high short. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. So if, you know, let me recap here, guys. The higher time frames, the weekly, the daily, the high time frame, weekly and daily bullish divergence make me bullish. It makes me contextually, right, in context, bullish. But also looking at my setup layers, like my 4-hour, et cetera, it tells me that while we are bullish, we are at a, you know, nearing a value area high, which is normally where you look for shorts. So to be careful that I am bullish on the potential reversal, but we may have some type of, you know, some short setup, maybe on the meso time frames. So just, you know, be aware, okay? We have to be able to see where all the time frames fit and what are their purposes. All right. Let's go down some time frames. Let's go down to like the 1 hour. And if any time frames are you know, piquing your interest and you feel like that, you know, that is important for our analysis, please talk to me in the chat and feel free to send a super chat. Okay, feel free to send a super chat to get my attention. All right, let's look at the 1 hour. What do we have going on in the 1 hour time frame? And you see us approaching that, you know, that value area high. Is that strong bear div? It is. Look, strong bearish divergence there on the 1 hour time frame. You got some red candles coming in. I'm hearing the casino. Starting to get rejected from the supply zone. Casino starting to get rejected. We'll take a look at some smaller time frames, but we are on a pull to the downside at 50 trades per minute, 1 hour to the 2 hour, all bullish right now. So is that 1 hour bear div enough to short? Talk to me. You know, this is not a one-way conversation. Is that 1 hour bear div enough to short? We put in a higher high on price near the value area high. And look, you got hidden bear on the stochastic, but that's just straight up bear on the momentum indicator market cipher B. No red dot yet, no official sell signal. I think it's a little bit too early in my opinion, but that could be bear div enough for you. Go to the 30-minute time frame, the 30. The 30 does have the red dot now, red dot, and you got some bear div there on the stochastics, but not on market cipher. Interesting, not on market cipher, but nonetheless giving you a bit of a sell signal for now. All right, let's look at the 5-minute time frame. The 5. The 5, I mean, I'm seeing this as I don't see the bear div here. I got to be real. A price is kind of matching momentum. Lower price, lower momentum, reset the Stokes, hitting a bull div. I would just say be careful, man. This thing is still cocked and ready. Still cocked and ready on the 5-minute time frame, ready to keep squeezing and maybe get us accepted into the next range. All right. Bring this over and get into that chat. I really care about your opinions. Lee says 1 hour bear div near value area high, hidden bear Stokes short. Hey, I'm not mad at that, Lee. That makes sense. That is a legitimate reason to short. Corn Dog Ranch says on my chart, we wicked my value area high and we have the div to short. Love it. I love it. All right. Hector says, I don't know what that is about. Limo Mosine says, looks like BTC is fighting the 4-hour 200 in May. Last time I tried to beat it, it got rejected May 26th. Yeah, I think we were just looking at that. Wait, but I don't know about battling it. It looked like it conquered it to me. I don't see no battle. I got to keep it real. I do not see no battle in the 4-hour. That was easy peasy, man. That thing got past the 4-hour. I mean, will we get rejected? Sure. I mean, yeah, it could still lose it, but that is not a battle, my friend. It was a battle right here. It was a battle down here, but that is not a battle. That is a victory, right? That is a BTC claiming victory over the 200 in May on the 4-hour time frame. Do you agree? Put a 7 in the chat. I believe a BTC has claimed a victory on the 4-hour. That's what makes me very bullish here and cautious. Okay, bullish and cautious. Yeah, but that 1-hour bear div is significant. I think we shouldn't forget about that, but that doesn't mean I'm automatically gonna short the market. Interesting. All right, well, I'll say this, guys, just overall, once again, I know a lot of recapping here, but I want to make sure we all understand. Okay, on the monthly and on the daily, I am bullish for a potential price reversal, even an early end to the bear market. I'm bullish on that based on the fact that we are at the value area low of the range. What range, my friend? What range? What monthly range are you talking about? That range right there. That's the range. That is the bull market range, or at least the range from 60,000, 60,000, 640. That is the range that we're in. Whatever you want to call it, bull market range. If you want to call it 2024 to 2026 range, that's the range we're in. If you look for longs at the bottom of the range, it makes me bullish. So I'm somewhat bullish on the monthly, weekly, and the daily. Makes me think BTC will go higher than it currently is. But I also understand that it was a big push and we're nearing resistance, right? We're nearing resistance and nearing the value area high. So while I'm bullish, I understand that we could still see a pullback. All right, now on my setup layer, the 4-hour, this is where I find setups. What is the setup, man? What is this potential setup? We do have strong bear div, right? Look, you see price continuously putting in higher highs, right? Higher highs on price, and look at the momentum, lower highs, right? But you also call that hidden bull. There's been a lot of hidden bullish divergence here, man. If you could respect the lows, but I gotta say, guys, is that a respect of the low? Good point here. Look at this freaking candle right here. Can you call that respecting the lows? I don't think you can call that respecting the lows. That just may be bear div here. Can I get somebody to back me up here? Can I get a witness? Can I get an amen? Can I get some dollar signs here in the congregation of Zen Centers? Is that strong bear div on the 4-hour? I think it is. Strong bear div on a 4-hour. The indicator is telling me there's some hidden bull, right? Which looks like bear div when you respect the lows. But my friends, that is not respect. Come on, back me up here. That is not respect right there. That is a disrespect. That is a disrespect of the lows. And it tells me we have bear div on the 4-hour. Okay. So what does that tell me? What does that tell me in terms of setup? And don't worry, I'll go to the small time frames, but I think it's so important that we come up with a strategy here that makes sense, okay? Am I crazy, guys? Am I crazy, or is this making sense, okay? Shotgun says, just closing late leverage longs. Yeah, maybe. Anyway, that looks like bear div to me on a 4-hour time frame, but the money flow has increased and we have a green dot. All right, so what does that tell me? That tells me that, I think the reversal is real, but we still may be due for the pullback. This still could be a pullback. Like, what pullback? Give me a fib, baby. Give me a fib. To next to heaven says BTC disrespect everything. It says nothing. All right, what's the fib level on a potential pullback? Corn Dog Ranch says, love the thorough analysis. I'm glad you do, man. I do too. And honestly, I feel like I do a better analysis when I'm with you guys because I had to be so thorough and explain it to myself. Like, imagine if you had to do this TA by yourself. Would you really be speaking out loud like this, right? Well, what if this? Well, what is that? This makes me this. This makes me that. I mean, yes, you could do that in your head, and really smart people do that in their head. But sometimes me personally, I just feel like I do a brief analysis when I'm on my own. But with you guys, that's why I love being here, and I hope you guys appreciate it too. We really do a thorough analysis, and we check each other, right? We check each other. Amen. All right. Winston says a horrible headline. I guess you're talking about the title, right? The title and the thumbnail. Well, it's a question. It's a question. Is this the start of the bull run? And honestly, I think it's a legitimate question. I think it's a very legitimate question. Can anybody explain to me what starts the bull run? And don't just tell me, do not tell me, October, don't just give me a date, and don't just say the 4-year cycle. What starts the bull run in technical terms? Talk to me. What starts the bull run in technical terms, and what gets you out of a bear market in technical terms? Somebody explain that. Somebody that knows TA, tell me, especially if you know TA better than me. Okay. I know I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but I'm a sharp one. What in technical terms gets you out of the bear market? All right. I did draw a fib here, guys. I did draw a fib for retracement levels. I'm just seeing what if we took this from here, a fib? Can we see BTC at least, react from the bear div, right? Can we see it react from the bear div, at least get a 618, at least get a 618 retracement, maybe even a 786. That seems like it would be healthy for BTC. What would that look like? I asked you guys, what ends the bear market? Tenex says no more sellers. Just eradicate the sellers and get rid of those sellers. Tony Roses, I think, is on a something weekly bull div. I agree. Which we kind of did, right? We kind of did. Steven says fear and greed shifting. I like this answer. Your owner says price go up. All right. Yes. Price goes up. End of the bear market. Absolutely. I'm really Suki says a local higher high after a macro higher low. Okay. Zip says a change in market structure. I love that. Starfire says a Trump tweets. Come on, Commander in what we call him? The manipulator in chief. Come on, man. More true social posts. Pie Guys says, you got to take the fib from the low. True, Pie Guys. I will draw the fib from multiple areas. I was just doing a local fib, right? fibs are subjective as well. It depends on what kind of move you want to get a retracement from. You know, is it the whole move? Is it the move from the recent bull flag, et cetera, et cetera? I agree with you though. You may want to draw the fib from the actual low, right? All right, somebody says a long flush. All right. Alchemist says, technically we need a daily, what? Choch? CHOCH and BOS, preferably. All these acronyms. See, I'm not that smart. CHOCH and BOS, and preferably weekly bearish trend line to be broken and retested. That's the start. Okay, well, break down those acronyms for me. Okay, well, it looks like it says choch. CHOCH. All right. Poria says when we above the weekly 200 MA. Love it. Said 200. All right, good point. All right, guys, I'm just drawing a fib right now on a 4 hour. Like, where does BTC, where would it likely retrace if we do react from the bear div? I drew a very local one and it had somewhere around 63,000. But let's draw the full fib, like from the actual breakout of the bull div, right? I'm using the wicks. Yes, I'm using the wicks. Big move up. Man, look at that. So let me ask you guys this too. Are you a 50%, fib person? Are you a 618 golden pocket? Are you a 786? I'm more of a golden pocket person. I love that golden pocket retracement, 60,824. Imagine that. Imagine a big retracement for BTC down to 60,800 just about for that golden pocket retracement. And at that point, we could see the next move up. Be open-minded. Does that make sense? And there's also somewhat of an SR flip too. This was previous resistance here. It could now be support if we flip that area. But I got to tell you, if this was to happen, that would be so scary for sentiment. People would be willing to, ready to short this thing down to zero. All right. Yeah, I'm a golden pocket guy. I know some people are 50% people. And look, can you count that dump? I don't think so, because then we didn't even put it in the top. In fact, we don't even know if this is a top, right? But at that time, that was the top, right? Like we had a 38.2, a fib right there. So I don't know, something to think about, the fib bounces. But the 4 hour tells me to be bullish, but there is some divergence, 4 hour bearish divergence at a value area high. All right, let's go to, so that could be the setup. Okay. Once again, the context is, I believe there could be a real reversal, but I'm cautious about the incoming, retracement, local retracement. Amen. That is the context. The setup is we do have a bear div on the 4 hour, but man, look, it's bullish. It's a bullish move, but there is bear div. Let's go to small time frames now. We go to the right now time frame, see what's happening. Are we pumping? Are we dumping? What's happening with BTC? I think BTC is just chilling. That's what it's doing. It's not pumping. It's not dumping. It's chilling near the value area high, near the supply zone. I gotta say, if this was bearish, I think this would have dumped a lot quicker than it has so far. And let's draw that fib again. Let's draw the fib from the breakout that we just recently had. What's the fib level? Look, 618 golden pocket. Maybe it wants the 786. Got rejected from the golden pocket so far. Maybe we take this thing down to the true 786. And yeah, I like that from the breakout. Look at that. Is that more bear div? Just slightly between here and that pump. A little bit of bear div right there and more right there. A little bit of bear div right there as well. Yeah. And then it starts matching price. So a little bit of bear div between here and here and here and here. So yeah, I can see that, man. A little bit of bear div on the small time frames. You got some bear div on the 4 hour time frames. Maybe enough for us. Let's go to the 30. How does the 30-minute time frame look like for BTC right now? Is it shortable? Is it longable? What should one do? Got 20 minutes, just 20 minutes to the daily candle close. Thank you, Javier. Appreciate it. AKA Jay, still destroying your name. All right, so big move up, potential liquidity grab there in the 30-minute. And then we had another green candle and then a red candle that pretty much engulfed it, but like matched it. So you want to call it equaling each other out. Compression candle followed by expansion candle. A bearish hammer at support at the 9 MA right now. We do have the red dot. We got the red dot, the sell signal on the compression candle right there. But look, money flow still green and the Stokes almost reset on the 30. So the 30, yeah, it does have the sell signal, and the Stokes can always go lower. And look at the RSI. The RSI is pretty high. And talk to me, guys. Do you use stochastic and RSI? Are you only using the RSI? Which one do you put more weight on as well? I'm truly asking you. I like to teach and I like to learn at the same time, okay? I know I'm not the most experienced. I've been doing this for a couple years, but I know some people have been doing this for many years. Do you put more weight on the stochastics or the RSI? The regular relative strength index, because the stochastics are, almost reset, but the RSI says, hey, we got a long way to go down. In fact, the RSI might make some type of head and shoulder or something, What if the RSI does something like that? All right, we got gifted memberships, baby. Let's go. Oh, yeah. I love it. David M., thank you so much. We appreciate you. We appreciate your support to this channel. You just gifted 10 Sin City crypto memberships. If you are a new member, welcome to the congregation of Zen Sinners. You are welcome here to learn, grow, and make money with us. And if you want to become a member, and if you're not a member, I need you to step up in front of the congregation of the Zen Sinners, and we will welcome you. And right now, guys, I need you to welcome all the new members. Say, welcome, new members. Everybody say welcome new members and welcome them by name as well. Say welcome Zip, welcome Cannon Gad, welcome Phil Shaw. Hey Phil, what up? Welcome Corn Dog Ranch, welcome Dawn. Call them out by name. Say welcome to the congregation. Welcome Celinda, welcome John Sugard, and welcome is it Thorgill? Welcome the new members. Let's see your new exclusive member emojis. That's right. We got the fires. We got the thunderclap, right? We got the Buddhas. We got my face. We got the Hyperliquid coin and some other coins, right? Let's see the exclusive emojis. Have some fun. And you also have access to my music video now. We have the intro song, the Trade Alert song that you guys like so much coming to Spotify and all streaming platforms later this month. But until then, you do have access to the video. So go ahead and play that video whenever you want in the member exclusive area, and a lot more exclusive content coming to the member section. So welcome to the congregation. All right. We will check the 15-minute. They want us to check the 15. Here's the 15. It looks a bit like a head and shoulder to me. It looks like it's going to come down, at least to the white line. We'll see after that. And will it make an even bigger head and shoulder? Shoulder, there's the head, and there's the right shoulder, potentially. All right, let me look into this chat real quick. I want to see what you guys said about the RSI. They said, flip the chart. You will notice the move better. Okay. Dare says, what the hell is this market doing? I got wiped out last week on my small account. It's okay, man. Here's your clapping. I hope you learned something from it. Okay, I've wiped out many accounts. You wipe out accounts and you learn how to lose eventually. Every time I've lost big is because I refuse to lose. Okay, I refuse to lose, and I moved my stop loss. I said I can't lose. This thing gotta bounce. And I moved it again and I said I can't lose that much. This thing gotta bounce. Learn how to lose. Okay, lose gracefully. Lose a small amount. Amen. Lose 1% in the account, right? Don't lose 50%. Give me amens in the congregation on that one. All right, RSI. And how about for divergences? Do you like it better with the stochastics, or do you like it better with the regular RSI, the relative strength index? Talk to me. Which one do you put more weight on? And also, which one serves what purpose for you? All right, as Steven says, JP, when you are scalping, do you change your MAs down to the lower time frames and higher when you are swinging? Do you change your MAs down to and higher? When I don't change my MAs. I keep the same MAs, but what I do is sometimes, like for example, if I were to know where the weekly 200 MA is, I may put my own horizontal line on the chart and then go down to the smaller time frame so I can still see it, right? But I do use the same MAs for every time frame. All right. Javier says, sorry, a diversion only RSI, Stokes for movement. Love it, love it, love it. Pie Guy says, I use Market Cipher B for divs. Okay. Yeah, I definitely think I should use CVD more. The cumulative of volume delta. Definitely want to use that more. I'll look at Ethereum. I'll look at some of the other time frames, guys. But I'll say this. I'm being cautious with BTC right now. Being cautious. I'm not quick to long. I'm not quick to short. Right now is strategy day for me. Strategy day to me. I took some heavy L's recently. Trying to front run the short. I am taking my time, my sweet, sweet time here, and only going for the most high probability setups. Amen. And the sense in the congregation for that one. All right, let's get off BTC for just a quick moment. We will look at Ethereum. We will look at the traditional assets. In fact, let's look at the traditional assets. What's the NASDAQ doing? The NASDAQ was pumping today. Is it still pumping? I know the market is closed, but the futures are open. Look, the futures just flipped bullish on a 5-minute time frame and a bit of a free fall along with BTC. Go to the small time frames, BTC. What is a 1 minute doing? Just lost to 200 MA. Okay, with that said, guys, hold on. Let me lock this to the chart. We may have to look for a short. I know I am bullish on the high time frames for a bigger move up. It makes sense. Okay. But at the same time, we have to be aware that we are at a local value area high and not normally a great place to look for longs, but a good place to look for shorts. Okay. So we could still scalp short. We could still scalp short while maintaining a larger bullish bias. Or you could just, if you're the kind of person you don't want any shorts, you just want to do longs, it just may take some patience and waiting, right? Waiting for the fib level or waiting for us to cross into the previous range and go for a long. But if you want action right now, I mean, we may have to scalp short the market and you can still be bullish. All right. So 1 minute just crossed the 200 MA on BTC. We're getting a bit bearish here. What I'm going to start looking for now is bearish consolidation on the small time frames and see if we can get an entry. But let me go ahead and look at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ, same thing as BTC right now, getting a small move down. But let's look at the 30-minute time frame. There's a double top. There's a rejection. There's a rollover. This whole thing was just a bear flag, apparently, on the NASDAQ. Interesting. 4-hour time frame. What is it doing? Okay, you get a kind of a look of the daily somewhat here on the NASDAQ. Are we just getting tight? Are we just getting tight for a continuation up on the NASDAQ? Or is there some bearish structure in here? Shoulder, head, right shoulder, right? Momentum shifting to the downside, money flow shifting to the downside, and this thing is going to dump. I'm open-minded. I don't know. I have no narrative and nothing for the NASDAQ. I don't normally trade the NASDAQ, but I do reference it. Let's go to gold. What is gold doing right now? Look at that. Gold was pumping, but look, what are you doing? Have you double topped? Is that bear div? A little bit of bear div on the, is that on the regular RSI? It's not strong. I don't see any strong bear div there, but the market structure looks like it wants to roll over. 15-minute, there's your bear div. Bear div on a 15-minute for gold. It looks like a bear flag to me. This thing could roll over. Be careful. How about the 4-hour? Look, the 4-hour reset in the green dot there. Interesting market structure you have there, gold. Interesting. Could continue up. Daily time frame on gold. Gold has the bull div just like BTC. Bull div on the daily. Hell, is there bull div on the weekly for gold? Just taking a quick look. No, but what's up with that green dot? Hold on. What's up with that green dot on the weekly with the green money flow? Low Stokes, low RSI. Interesting. It looks like a good potential DCA level, maybe investment entry for gold. I don't know if gold is going to truly bounce here or not, but I like to look at that. Do you like that? Put a 7 in the chat if you like it. And have you liked the stream yet? Have you liked the stream yet? I appreciate if you can like the stream for me. Look at that beautiful bull flag there for gold. Beautiful bull flag. Yes, it's a deep retracement, but what a move there for gold. A low stochastics, a low RSI. It has a market cipher B green dot there. Let me pull up that fib real quick. Where can I draw a fib from? Let's draw it from here. Patience on gold, baby. Patience. Wow. 618, just how I like it. 618, exactly where we are. Are you kidding me? 618 golden pocket on gold in a bull flag, low stochastics, green dot. Wow, 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 wow. Interesting. And what was the daily time frame? Let me take a look at the daily one more time. You see, I tried to buy this on the daily over here. I got destroyed. Got clapped down, clap city. But now it's starting to really put in some bull div and have confluence with that 618. Anybody like this gold? I'm not saying buy, but does anybody like this for a buy? Talk to me. Gold looks very interesting. Strong bull div. And it's on the RSI. It's on the stochastic. Strong bull div. Money flow is still rare on the daily, but that weekly is a beautiful. It says that looks like correction from 5K. Yeah, very interesting there on gold. All right, that'll wrap it up for gold. We'll keep this in mind. I like that idea, though. I like that for potential swing trade. Honestly, man, if you did anybody do ladder swing trades? What I mean by ladder is, you buy over time. You have 3 or 4 levels that you want to buy at. That has been my strategy before I even became a scalper. What I would do is buy there, and then I would plan to buy here. I would split up my orders. I would know that I want to invest, let's say for example, $10,000 in this. I would divide that by 4, and do $2,500 each. Right? I put $2,500 right here. I put $2,500 right here. Right. And then I'll put $2,500 right there. And then I'll do one final buy for $2,500 right there. Does anybody trade like that? Anybody trade like that or invest like that? Talk to me. I like that idea. It's kind of like a bot, right? It's kind of like that's auto clapping activity. That's what auto clappers do. A ladder in. I like the idea of that. Take your investment, divide it by 4, and just be ready to buy every single level. Even if you get the deep retracement, you're just getting a better price. You're getting a better price in the average entry. And it's almost like a guaranteed way, of making money. Does that make sense? I mean, there's no guaranteed way of making money, truly in this game. But that's like a Warren Buffett type of move. I feel like, buy that bottom, buy that bottom, buy that bottom, buy all the bottoms all the way down. Eventually, this thing is gonna pop. Eventually, and you'll be in a good place. Who likes that? Who likes it? Dragon says you have to be correct on a trend. Javier says not on leverage, on spot. Yes. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I agree. Pedro says swing long on gold. Maybe. Shimitra says not with leverage, but maybe spot. Yeah, good point. I like it. I like the idea of it. I'm gonna keep this in mind, man. I think I'm gonna have to. I might have to do some spot type of gold buys. I like the idea of that trade. Do you like it? Put a 7 in the chat. Do you like it? All right, let's go to oil now. Let's see what's going on with oil in the market right now. 5-minute time frame. Going absolutely sideways on a 5-minute. You can't see anything there. 15-minute, yeah, sideways. Look how chunky that is. What is that? What kind of chunky pattern is that? It's a chunky flag going completely sideways. A lot of volatility within that sideways consolidation. Look at that. It's going completely sideways. But while you're going sideways, what is the momentum doing? Good question. What is the momentum doing while you're going sideways? Look like it's increasing and the money flow increasing. That leads me to believe that this is going to be a bullish move for oil. And check out the 30-minute. The 30-minute of forced interaction. I call this a forced interaction with the 200 MA. As you're going sideways, you've dragged the 200 MA down, and now you're forced to interact with it. And we'll see how the interaction goes. So far, move up and a move down, going a bit sideways. I like the potential. I like the potential here. I'm looking at a potential oil long. I got to be honest, based on that. Let me just zoom out. I know the trend is still very, very down, but this oil has been making me money. I got to say, it's been one of my most reliable plays. Look at the momentum increasingly to the upside while you have a rounded bottom. Rounded bottoms pay the bills, but the money flow is still red, so you need to be careful. You need to be cautious, okay? You need to be cautious, but one could enter on oil, enter here, put a stop loss below the lowest low and take it up, take it back up to, 90 again. Maybe we're in war again, right? 12 to 1 a risk reward ratio. Who is risky enough? Who likes the ratio enough? That's just an idea. That's a contextual level idea. What is missing is the actual setup. I guess the setup is just the bullish crossing of the moving averages. The 1 hour respect. Look how tight the 1 hour is. Yo, I like that, man. It's kind of rounded. Do you like this? Am I on to something here with a potential oil long? Talk to me, guys. That's rounded. That's a rounded bottom. Momentum steadily increasing. Green money flow. It hasn't even broken out. Nothing has happened here yet. Who likes a potential oil long? Talk to me. Look at the 30-minute cross, the forced 30-minute cross. I might long the 30-minute. I might long the 30-minute with a stop loss below these lows and take it up as high as I can go. I like the idea of it. Interesting. Yeah. And I'm trying something new here too, guys. I'm basically open 2 other sub accounts on my BitUnix. So what I have going on here is the same account, but it's just, you can create sub accounts. I have a macro account, which is my main account, right? Which I'm gonna do all my big swing trades. I also have a meso account, smaller account now, but it allows me to kind of, take like 4 hour swings, right? 4 hour swings, 2 hour swings, middle time frame swings. On that meso account. The high time frame would just be like daily swings, weekly swings, like hold it, macro levels. And then my scalper account, I have a scalper account, smaller account once again, but it allows me to just keep taking profit with the same trade, keep taking profit over and over again without having to close my trade. Can I get an amen for that one? Do you like that strategy? Because I was long on Ethereum from the bottom. I was long from ADA at the bottom, but I'm no longer in those trades because I wanted to take profit. Okay, you fix that with the sub accounts, man. Just enter all the, if you're at a macro level, like for example, oil is at a macro level. This is a trade that I will open on all the accounts. I mean, what's the risk of it, right? I guess the risk is if it's a bad trade, I guess you lose 3 times. Right? You lose 3 times. But for macro level account, macro level events, I like the idea of that. So I may enter a long here. I'm gonna wait just a little bit. Maybe wait for a candle close. We got a few minutes for that 30-minute candle. And we got, oh my God, 2 minutes to the daily candle close. And what's going on? Is that why we have the volatility right now? BTC, let's get ready for that daily candle close. Get the gong ready. We have about how long? 1 minute and 23 seconds to the daily candle close. 5. Josh says, taking profit sucks. 5. El Clapo says, been long oil since yesterday. Nice. I love it. Long oil until 76, then short it. Love it. All right, I got to get my gong ready because we got a candle close coming up, guys. And this is going to be a big one. YouTube. Somehow, some way, we're going to get a real gong, man. I'm telling you, we're going to get a real gong. Maybe in the studio, maybe at home. I don't know how we're going to do it, Dave, but let's do it. All right, it's just 40 seconds left now on the daily candle close. You see the daily candle so far. You can start thinking about it. Is it bullish, bearish, or is it neutral? We'll give it 30 seconds. We got 30 seconds now to the the daily candle close. All right. 20 seconds. Get ready, baby. Is it bullish, bearish? Is it neutral? What's going on here? What kind of candle are we dealing with here on that daily? Get ready, and get ready for the volatility. Just 8 seconds now. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Love it. I want to hit that again. There's my alarm going off. It is 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It is time for that daily candle close. Hit the gong right now. One more time, baby. Is that thing bullish? Is it bearish? Is it neutral? All right. What do you think? What do you think, folks, about that daily candle? What do you think? I'm going to call it bullish. I'm calling it bullish, baby. That thing is bullish, okay? Yes, it is bullish. Yes, it's still somewhat of a compression candle, very small body, but think about the fact that this thing opened at 63,619. You know what I'm saying? It opened at 63,619. It went as low as all the way down to 61,342. All right, it went all the way down there. This was almost a super bearish candle. At one point, that was a huge red candle, okay? Open at 633, came all the way down to a low of about 61,301, and then hit a high of 64,678 and closed at 64,021. That is incredibly bullish. Why is it bullish? It's not bullish because of the body size. It's bullish because of the wick. You know, where it has been, right? That was an attempt of the bears to send BTC to macro lows. Let me get an amen, okay? Let me get an amen. In the congregation, the bears tried to destroy Bitcoin. They tried to bring it down to 47K, and I was one of them. I was one of them trying to push it down, thinking we need a retracement. We need a retracement. You're gonna have a retracement. No, you don't. No, you don't. Okay, the retracement will come, but it's not on our terms, guys. It's not on our terms. It may come now, right? It may come now. It may come in 2 weeks. All right, but I was one of those bears. You know, I was a monk aligned with the bears trying to dump price. We tried so hard to dump it to 61.4 and it didn't work. Okay, so that is a bullish candle, my friend. Very bullish candle. All right, let's go to some other candle closes. We did have some other important candle closes. How about that 12-hour candle? Look at the 12-hour candle. Is that bullish? Is it bearish? Is it neutral? Come on, baby, talk to me. Hit the gong. All right, all right. That's extremely bullish, guys. Extremely, incredibly bullish right now on the 12-hour time frame, even though we are overbought, man. Look at it, look at it, look at it. Yeah. Let's go to the 8-hour. Look at the 8-hour close. Bullish, bearish, or neutral, my friend. Bullish, bearish, or neutral. I'm still calling it bullish. Still calling it bullish. I mean, it does have some wicks to the upside. You can call it neutral. You can call it bullish to neutral, but I'm still calling it bullish, man. I'm seeing bull, 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 bull. How about the 4-hour? I would call it bullish to neutral, right? It did get rejected. It did get rejected, but it didn't give anything back. I'm calling it all bullish to neutral. All right, the 1-hour. How did the 1-hour close? The 1-hour is actually bearish, right? Bearish to neutral, I would say. Bearish to neutral on the 1-hour time frame. Not a bearish engulfing candle, a nothing burger. But you do have, look, high Stokes red dot. Is that the short signal on the 1-hour? Could be. 1-hour could be our short signal, guys. All right, love it, love it, love it. All right, how about the 30-minute? How did the 30-minute close? That was bearish. Yes, bearish close on the 30-minute. How did it reset so quick? Stokes reset so quick, but the RSI still needs some work. All right, let's go to the small time frames. What's happening? Are we still dumping? Yes, we are. We're still dumping on the 1 minute. And understand that there will be major. Oh my God, look at the freaking bull div though. You see the bull div on the market cipher B? You see the higher lows while we put in lower lows on price? There you go. Lower lows on price, higher lows on market cipher B. How about the momentum indicators, the RSI and the stochastics? Boom, boom. No major bull div. Yeah, no major bull there. You could call it maybe like a class C or something there on the stochastics and RSI. And I do see a little bit in our regular RSI there. There's some strong bull div there. Am I saying this is gonna bounce? No, but it could. And look at the volume. We got heavy volume here, guys. And also, that's not bearish consolidation, and that's not a bear flag. That is a trend down to break up. That is a trend down to break up with bull div. I think this might actually come right back up. Where have I seen this before? Where have I seen this before? Okay, let's go ahead and look back. 5. I think it was on a 5-minute time frame. Was it the 5 last night? Where have I seen this before? Oh, there we go. That looks familiar, right? The thing was, this was bearish consolidation right there, but you see that move down, that trend down, a breakup right there. Whenever that happens, you know, you likely break up. Let me see here. Where else have I seen that? Right here. Look, move down, move down. A little bit of bull div there on the stochastics, break up. All right. The point is, it's not a bear flag. It's not a descending triangle. It's not another bearish consolidation pattern. Let's go to that 1 minute. It's just a 1 minute, but you got heavy bull div on the 1 minute, and it's not in bearish consolidation. It's coming down. It's trending down to potentially break up. Right. And I would be more willing to short this or something like that if we were having equal lows, you know, with lower highs, you know, something like this. But right now, I don't know. This looked like it could just pop right back up based on the volatility from the daily candle. Let's get back to the daily candle. Daily candle for BTC was extremely bullish. We can close this gap right now and go to 65 too. Either that, or maybe we actually start to retrace based on a 4-hour bear div. The 4-hour is my alignment time frame. And where's the rest of my charts? I feel like I'm missing something. There we go. I'm like, I know I'm missing something from the chart. My alignment time frame says we're bullish and have conquered the 200, but we have bear div. We have bear div and a liquidity grab and may be ready for retracement at some point. All right, I'm ready to look at some altcoins. What altcoins do you want to see? Spam them in the chat right now. Okay, spam them. All right, here's Cardano. I guess we'll start at Cardano since we're here. Uh-oh, look at Cardano seeing a resistance at the daily time frame here. The daily at the 50 MA, the red line, could be a short zone, guys. I got to say, you know, if this market hasn't been so wild, I would just call that a trade alert now and short, you know. But you never know. Let's go ahead and look at your 4-hour for Cardano. See what I'm saying? Look at a beautiful flag there for Cardano. That thing looks like it's going to take off. See, you know, it's so important to go through all the different time frames. You know, that looked pretty bearish on that previous time frame. But right here, I mean, you're trending down to break up low stochastics, a green money flow. It may want to retrace more, though. You never know. All right. Looking at the coins, baby. We'll look at XLM. Well, look at XLM. Talk to me. Who's brand new here? Put a 7 in the chat and say I'm new. Who's brand new? I need you to hit subscribe if you're brand new. And if you're OG, I need you to hit the like button, please. We'll look at XLM. We'll look at Sol. We'll look at Uniswap. All right. We'll look at Virtual. Spam the coins. Keep them spamming, baby. That's Cardano. Let's do Cardano on a 30-minute time frame and get rid of the drawings. 30-minute at the support, getting the pop from the 200 MA. Cardano, are you telling me you're not done yet? Cardano telling us it may not be done. I mean, obviously dependent on Bitcoin, and that could just be a bear flag right there from the support. But Cardano, yeah. See the bear flag right there? Cardano telling us it may not be done. Could be a bear flag, could be an inverse. Can you see the inverse? There is a left shoulder head and a right shoulder. Let's see what happens. 5 minute, still bullish, believe it or not. Above the 200 MA, could get a pop. The 1 minute losing it just like BTC. Look at that, the start of potentially, a deeper retracement. All right, I'm gonna look at some obvious ones here, some obvious coins that I know you wanna look at. For example, Ethereum. Let's look at the big boys, right? The big boy charts. Let's remove all drawings. And can I get some random fives? Give me some random fives, baby. Come on. They want to see Ondo. I'm looking in the chat. They want to see Solana. You got that. Am I missing anything there? They want to see Near. Javier says long everything. Is that where you're at with it? Is that where you're at with it? Javier, just long everything? All right. Yes, they said Cardano 12-hour looks nice. All right, hamster. You really want to see that hamster coin? What is it with you and this hamster coin, Muhammad? Hamster combat. Do you be having combat with hamsters? Give me the random fives. I need random fives. And don't forget to just put random fives out there, okay? Don't forget to put random fives in there for no reason, okay? We are all slightly retarded here. Amen? We are all slightly retarded here. That's why we all, you know, get along so well. That's why we are such a tight-knit community. We are all slightly retarded, and we realize that our retardation is our superpower. Amen? Amen. All right. Ethereum. Let's do Ethereum now. Ethereum. Very bullish move for Ethereum. But I got to say, man, a beautiful double bottom too, right? Beautiful double bottom, beautiful W pattern, but now at resistance with high Stokes. Do we get a bit of a handle right here, a bit of a flag? Or do we actually play out the entire double bottom and then get a flag? Look, this double bottom is not played out. There is a move coming for Ethereum if BTC allows. All right, once again, if a BTC allows, there's a major move coming for Ethereum. What kind of move? All right, I'm seeing Hyperliquid. All right, I'm seeing AVAX, not ACAX. Yes, 0. I want all the coins, and I'm gonna do it so quick. I'm gonna take care of everything, man. I'm gonna take care of all the coins. Somebody said veto that is. Coronado, what are you vetoing? What are you vetoing? Got ICP. All right. Say USA losing to Belgium. We don't care, right? BTC starting to fall. Is it falling, or is the casino being dramatic? Pull up the casino real quick. Are we still on a pull from the downside? But it's been called a while ago. Pull to the downside, just 20 trades per minute. It actually looks a bit slow right now, although it was just making a lot of noise. Demand is negative. Is that correct? Demand is negative at negative 34. That's a big difference from the 400 demand we were at earlier, right? Big difference. Yeah. The casino just hanging out. A rejection from the supply zone. Let's get back into the analysis for Ethereum. We're talking about the double bottom. There we go. Yeah, perfect. Right to resistance, $2,000 Ethereum, $2,018. Are you ready for it? Are you ready for it? All right. Coronado says, I was vetoing hamster. Well, thank you so much for that, Coronado. I will now remove a hamster from my list. I see hamster and I'm going to scratch it out. So if you want hamster, you're going to have to super chat it. We have vetoed it as a community. Where else can you do this? Can you hit the like button, man? If you love this place, if you love this place that we call... Put clap in the name, okay? And then go ahead and give me a name for this place. If you love this place, man, just hit that like button, seriously. All right, I like that, man. One could, believe it or not, get into a trade right now for Ethereum. I'm not telling you to do this. Do not do this, okay? Clap alert, do not do this. Not financial advice. But one could get into a trade in Ethereum right now on the, and get the move from the double bottom, the W pattern. You know, that's about a 3-to-1. You can put your stop loss at 1,720. You know, hopefully you get to move up. But honestly, I would plan for some type of retracement right now. I would not be getting into it right now. But Ethereum could get a measure move to about 2,000 and not even need a retracement, believe it or not. All right, let's go to the 4-hour time frame. Ethereum, we got to be fast here. This reminds me of BTC, a confident take of the 4-hour time frame, 200 MA. Why is it confident? Let's look back. When's the last time that happened? So look, the last time it happened, look, there was a big move. Look, we gave it all back, took it again. You see, this is usually a fight. I mean, it eventually did take it for a while, right? It did take it for a while, but like, there's usually a fight, guys. There's usually a fight at this time frame. You see right here, we tried to take it, got rejected, tried to take it, got to move, lost it again. Like, there's always a fight, man, at these important moving averages. You know, get above it, fight it. You know, even if you get confidently above it, it can always come crashing down. So maybe we see a situation like that. But that's, to be fair, that was the top of the market right there, right? On the way down, the 200 MA on the 4-hour has been resistance. Even when going sideways, we have never like confidently took it and kept it. So we'll see. We'll see if it keeps it, or maybe it just loses it as it usually likes to do. Loses it, regain it, pump, lose it, regain. All of that is possible. All of that is possible. All right, and we got a super chat here. David M says hamster for Corn Dog Ranch and Monad for me. Not hamster for Coronado Ranch. He vetoed it. So I guess we're doing hamster. Okay. HMSTR, right? We're going to do hamster, and we'll also do Monad. I got you very much. Thank you for your support, David M. Thank you. All right. All right, we're doing Ethereum. Let me hurry up with this analysis. Confident take the 200 MA on a 4-hour time frame. Let's go to the 30. The 30 is still bullish, guys. Ethereum's bullish. It looks like it's going higher. Just looking at the 30-minute alone. 5-minute, same thing, man. Yes, big spill off there, but still technically bullish. You haven't taken out any significant lows. You're still above the 200 on the 5-minute. What is the fib level on Ethereum? Is it at a 786 already from that breakout? Yes. Look, 786. Hey, buy Ethereum right there. That says, is there confluence on a smaller time frame, like the 1 minute? There's bull div. There's bull div on the way down. Plus, you had a 786. I mean, I'm not buying that, but it could get a bounce. And it also kind of looks like bearish consolidation to me, so I'm definitely not touching this. But we'll see what happens. All right, we got Ethereum out the way. Let's go ahead and look at Solana. Pull up Solana, and we'll get right back to BTC. Trust me, we'll take a break after Solana, as I'll do a slightly deep analysis on Solana, and then we'll get back to BTC on the small time frames. Solana, let's go to the monthly on Solana. We rarely look at the monthly on Solana. Let's look at the monthly to the weekly to the daily. Do a little bit of an extended analysis, not too much, but a bit extended. Solana had that head and shoulders on the monthly, man. That was brutal. That was brutal, and it's played out for the most part, but could go lower. It's been a brutal couple months for Solana, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months, man. I call this the pregnancy dump. An entire person was born in the last time Solana was bullish on the monthly. But somehow, with the lack of data, green money flow, stochastics completely just flat. And now finally coming up. RSI starting to curve up a little bit. Are we at a major support zone? I mean, I see we're bouncing, but what the hell is the support, man? Where is the support? I don't see it. Based on support and resistance, I don't see it, man. Besides the moving average, like, what are we even bouncing from? Right? Maybe I got to zoom in or something. Look at the 5-day, but what are we bouncing from? Like our hopes and dreams, hopes and spirits? Like, there's no major support, man. There's major support is at like $20, and like $38. There's no major support from where we bounce from. But what we do have is that major bull div. And I guess that's all that matters, huh? That's all that matters. There's no macro support to where we are right now for Solana. So I'll tell you what, that's a little bit shaky. It's a little bit suspect, right? All right. Remove all drawings. Here's the daily time frame. The daily for Solana. Again, recovery here, going sideways with the red dot. Red dot on the daily. Is that interesting for Solana? Is that a short signal on Solana? Maybe, but short in Solana has been getting me clapped. So I may just buy Solana instead. Now we'll see. How could a short look? I think it's dangerous. I think it's dangerous even with the red dot, guys. A red dot is not a guarantee for a short. I think it's dangerous with how bullish things has been right now. You need confirmation on confirmation on confirmation. Is there confirmation, like 30-minute a bear div, et cetera, et cetera? Let's go down to the 4-hour time frame. The 4-hour time frame for Solana, that thing is bullish, my friends. Yes, it did look like a head and shoulder. It sure did. That was a shoulder. That was a head. That was a right shoulder. Okay. I tried to short this thing with a stop loss above the right shoulder, and you see what happened to me. Came up, took me out, and came right back down. But look, maybe continuation up. Green dot still, green money flow. VWAP, in the positive direction. That's bullish, guys. That is bullish. Even with the head and shoulder, it is bullish. Remove the drawings. This is Solana. Bullish consolidation and continuation for Solana. Whether you like it or not, that is bullish. You know, consolidation that could see Solana with a continuation up. All right, 30-minute time frame. Is there 30-minute bear div? A little bit on the Stokes. Not so much on the RSI, not so much on Market Cipher B's. Not strong bear div. A little bit of bear div in the Stokes there. Is there some on the RSI? Barely, not strong bear div. This thing looks like it's going to continue to go up based on what I'm seeing. Look at the 1 minute. Look, see what I'm saying with this div, guys? This whole move down all had bull div. And look what's happening to price right now. I bet you the same maybe happened. Oh, look at that. I knew it. Bah! I knew it, man. Who remembered me a few minutes ago? Not saying that I know what's going to happen. I never know what's going to happen. But who remembered me saying a few minutes ago on BTC that this was not a bear flag and that it's trending down to break up and it's actually heavy bull div? Do you see the strong bull div? You know, price lower, price consistently lower, while the momentum, look, is consistently higher. And then look at the explosion. Do you see what I'm saying with the divergence, man? Trust the divergences. Do not trust the price. Now, I gave no trade alert for that, and I gave no battle plan because I'm still in analysis mode. I'm doing analysis, and I hope it's still helping you out either way, right? But this is example of the perfect situation of bull div. Look how robotically the lows on the momentum got better while price got worse. That is a divergence, a disagreement, and we believe the momentum when there's a disagreement. The price is a goddamn liar. The price is a liar, man. Could it still dump? Absolutely. It could still dump from resistance, but man, what a bull div there for BTC on just a 1 minute time frame. All right, let me get back into the analysis for Solana. Similar setup on Solana for that 1 minute. You see it breaking out from that bull div. It just like Bitcoin. What a deep retracement to support. I see continuation. I'm still seeing continuation to the upside. That's what I'm seeing. I mean, could we just do this? You know, get rejected here, rejected here, rejected here, start to make it look like this? Absolutely. Absolutely. And that would be bearish. But right now, man, I don't know, guys. I don't know. We are yet to lose significant lows. Okay, yet. All right, let's do some more coins here. Let's do some more coins. We did Ethereum. We did Solana. Let's go to those other coins. Somebody sent in a super chat. It was for Hamster and Monad. Let's do it right now. He vetoed the veto with the super chat. Yeah, maybe we do flip value very high. All right, so let's pull up that Hamster. Is it HMSTR? Is that right? All right, here it is. Hamster Combat, if you really want it. And nice super chat. Thank you, Sticky. Says a $2 super chat says, I love you, JP. Thank you for all you do out here. Well, thank you. I appreciate you, Sticky. All right, it really means a lot, man. I appreciate your support. All right, here we go. Let's do Hamster. Hamster Combat. Is the weekly on it? What kind of chart is this, man? What kind of chart is this? I hate charts that look like this. You know, could it be bullish eventually? Yes, but I hate charts that are in macro downtrends for their entire lives, right? Not a good look being in a macro downtrend for the entire life of your asset. Not a good look. But hey, here's your daily. Here's your daily time frame of breaking out and making a move on the daily. You know, nearing resistance here, but you got more volume gaps to the upside. All right. Sports Hub says, bro, you sick. Fire. Every night I watch you from Saudi. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your viewership. All right. Yeah, we're looking at Hamster right now. We're looking at Hamster. This thing is making a Hamster move. I don't know what to tell you. It's breaking out. It looks a bit, I don't know. It doesn't look sustainable, but it's breaking out. Who knows? Who am I to say what's sustainable? Let's look at it. Let's look at the sustainability. How about the 4-hour time frame? Is it in a flag? It was in a beautiful flag. Already breaking out now, right? There is your flag. There's your support. The white line, the orange line. My white line is the 21. The orange line is the 9. That thing is breaking out and may continue its breakout based on what I see. Could it be a double top? It could double top as well. It could even put in a lower high. Anything can happen, but the money flow is green. The trend is green. That thing is making moves on the 4-hour. All right, we'll give you like a 30-minute. How about a 30-minute? Okay, 30-minute had a big move, but look at this consolidation. Another flag. Nothing crazy here. Another flag. It looks like it may want that deeper retracement, though. We'll see. Either it bouncing a white line or maybe it wants a deeper retracement. Imagine it wants to go to the 50. I don't know. Anything can happen. But very sideways with it right now, right? Very sideways. Red dot you have there. Green money flow. Everything's shifting to the downside on the 30. Kind of looks like a good short, no? I'll be careful, though. I will be careful. 15-minute time frame losing support there. Losing support could see a move down. The most likely place would be the yellow line. All right, 5-minute time frame, the 5. A very small bear flag you have there on the way down. And the 1 minute, of course. Yeah, there you go. There's that small bear flag. But yeah, the daily's making moves. The 4-hour looks the most like normal and promising, right? Maybe you can continue. Is there room in that measured move? Yeah, looks like there's room. This could see price up to 0.0005 based on TA. We'll see. That's hamster combat. Let's get right into a monad via super chat. Thank you for your super chat. There we go. What does monad look like? Monad, I bring you to your daily time frame. Okay. Beautiful breakout. Clean break above that 50. Very overbought. Looking like it may need a retracement, but I can't tell it to retrace. You can't tell it to retrace. It's going to retrace when it wants to retrace. Let's look at the 4-hour time frame. Monad, once again, a clean breakout. A double golden cross. Triple one coming for you. Taking off like a rocket ship. Beautiful price action for a bullish move. 1-hour time frame, same thing, just straight vertical, man. Parabolic. It's a parabola. It's a parabola. Shout out to Bovine. Good to see you. All right. Yeah, look at that, just straight up. But heavy bear div, though. I got to say, heavy bear div and hidden bullish on the 30. It may eventually have it come down. Here's the 5-minute, coasting up, but I'm starting to see a bit of a shift in the momentum and even potentially in the price action that could have it roll over at any moment. So do be careful. The 1 minute going absolutely sideways. But yeah, monad. Look at its weekly time frame. Interesting price action, right? All the way up and all the way down. Give it all back, baby. Give it all back. Huge M double top on the daily. Huge. But, making its comeback right now. Let's get back to BTC. What's going on with BTC? Look at the 1 minute fighting back. Beautiful move from that bull div. Do you see now why I put so much weight on bull div? Remember, this exact force that I'm looking at right here is the force that we have on the daily and the weekly for BTC. We'll see. Maybe we'll keep this as like maybe this is a case study, if you know what I mean. Is this a case study of what can happen on the higher time frames? How strong can bull div be, right? And look, I love this case study too, because look, we're at resistance. Is the div enough to get us past resistance, or will this be a dump, a heavy dump, and even lose this low again with a quick fashion? Maybe that'll happen to us. Excuse me. Maybe that will happen to us on the daily, right, or the weekly. Will we just turn around, or is the bull div enough to push us past resistance and into the previous ranges, right? The value area low of the previous range. All right, we're watching BTC. So I'm looking at no trade right now. If I had to trade BTC at this moment, I would look for this to flag right here. This is just a 1 minute time frame. I will look for that to flag and reset. Let the 21 catch up. At that point, I would be interested in the long. If we can maintain that 200 MA, stay above the 200, let the 21 catch up, let it touch, make this look like a bit of an inverted head and shoulder, right? Let that look like an inverted head and shoulder. Then I would be interested in the long. But as of right now, I'm not interested in the long. And look at the price action. Look at this. You see, this is what do we call a case study? A case study of what can happen on the daily and on the weekly with the divergence. It was a big move up, right? To resistance, just like on the macro. Let's show the macro and show you what I'm talking about. What is this guy talking about? I'm talking about this move down here. Big move down, right? Swings up on the stochastics and on the momentum indicators. Bull div gave us the big pump, just like we had on the small time frame. Bull div gave us the big pump right to resistance, just like on the daily, gave us the big pump right to resistance. What's going to happen now? This is, like I said, this is our case study. You know, this is just one. This is not the absolute truth. Okay, this is not what's exactly going to happen, but this is just a bit of a microcosm of the daily. You know, will it be enough? Do we just consolidate sideways at resistance and continue up, or do we give it all back? So we'll see what this can do. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'll get into the other altcoins in just one moment. Let me get back into that chat. Okay. It says, stay short and look how dumb us people dying. Huh? Fire? Asia might wick the high and dump a Ruski. Okay. The Asia markets, aka the witching hours. Are you telling me the witching hours are going to get us? Javier says, clap daddy, SWE 4-hour golden cross. Thank you so much for that. Make sure we have SWE on the list, and I'll prioritize that one. I do like to swing SWE. I like swinging some SWE. I got you, Javier. Says, clap daddy, SWE. You called me clap daddy, so we got to look at it next. All right. Just looking at the chat. Love it. Oh, man. Flat Smack says, look like a bull market. Hey, that's why I asked the question. Is this the start of the bull market? Talk to me. Going a bit sideways here. Look, it's still potentially valid. Remember I said for me to get into a long here, I would have to see some type of flag, reset that Stokes, let the 21 catch up. So far we're getting there. Don't let that outlier wick scare you. That outlier wick, you know, got back up. You know, price got back up and just left a wick in its presence. We'll see what happens. Let me get into some more altcoins. We'll look at SWE. Javier said there is a 4-hour golden cross for SWE. So let's take a look at that in the community alts. SWE. All right, but let me first start on the macro for SWE. And I don't remember the last time I looked at a monthly for SWE, honestly. Let's look at the monthly on SWE. Looking like one of those crap coins. But I gotta be honest though. At least you have increased, right, asset price over time. Now, lately, yes, we gave it all back pretty much. That was a big dump. This was a rough bear market for SWE, but at least you started low, right? You started low and got higher. You weren't high and got low, right? At least you built up. You built up the rug pull. I need random files, baby. I need random files. All right. Let's get let's zoom in on SWE. I gotta say though, man, I find it hard to believe that SWE may go a bit lower than this for the bear market. It could go lower, but look at that support level, man. That's major support, right around 67. The next support is like 44. After that, there's no support. There's nothing left. Right? It's SWE to 3 cents. Right after that. So I don't know. It looks like a good place for SWE to bounce. But let's go to the weekly. Here's the weekly time frame. What's going on with the weekly for SWE? Let's auto fit everything. I'm seeing the bull dip before I see anything. I see higher lows on the momentum indicators. I'm seeing lower lows on price. We just talked about this, guys. We keep talking about the divergence. It's important. And this is one of the stronger divergences too. That's very strong bull div on the weekly for SWE. Money flow still red, but look, even the green dot. When did that come? When did they give us a green dot for SWE on the weekly? Are you kidding me? Did that come today? When did that come? There's a green dot on SWE, and look, it hasn't even barely got a move. What are you doing? Makes me want a full port, okay? And it makes me have to get Zen. All right, Zen Master, be calm, my friend, okay? Breathe in patience, okay? Breathe in patience. Breathe out impulsive behavior. Okay, do not be impulsive. Do not full port your account on SWE, even though there is major weekly bullish divergence, even though there is a green dot, even though it is an amazing asset at a macro low. Do not do it. Don't do it. You sound like you're convincing yourself, Monk Man. Don't do it. Be calm, okay? If you can long it, but don't full port it. All right, thank you. All right, I had to talk to myself there. I had to Zen talk to myself here because this makes me want to full port SWE. Full port, baby. Ah, man, that looks beautiful. It looks beautiful and it hasn't even gotten a move. There's no move, right? In the grand scheme of things, you know, how would I swing this if I was to full port it? I'm not going to full port it, but if I were to, he says, wait till you see the 4 hour. And that's crazy because this is the context layer for it, right? This is the context. Let's see what the setup is. That's the setup layer. But look, I could enter SWE now, stop loss below the bear market low. You know, assuming this is the bottom, right? Poria says long, low leverage, maybe. Assuming this is the bottom. What if I take it to bull market highs again, right? What if I did a swing or even a spot buy? You know, big swap, a spot buy. Looking at a 15-to-1 risk reward ratio here, going through all the gaps, through the ranges. This may take months, several months, even freaking years to do. And it may be wise to do it on spot, kind of like the gold, right? But look at that 15-to-1 risk reward ratio. What kind of percentage are we talking about here? What kind of return on investment are we talking about here with SWE? We're talking about a 361% return on investment. I like the sound of that. Beautiful. All right, let me hurry up and go to the time frames. Daily time frames, SWE. What's going on? Daily time frames of SWE. Man. So, and beyond the bullish divergences, see, this make me want to just full port on spot. Is that a thing? Is that okay? Can I ask the Sin City congregation here? I realize it's not responsible to full port on leverage, but is it responsible now to full port on spot, a SWE right now? Can I full port my dry powder into SWE? Is that responsible? Talk to me. Talk to me, okay? Serious. I'm serious. But I like the daily too. Why do I like the daily structure? Not only do we have more bullish divergence on the daily, but you also have, does anybody know what this pattern is? And is this truly that pattern? Who knows what this pattern is? What is that? Talk to me. Where's my advance? Where's my advance, folks? TD Stack says, hell nah. We're not full port in SWE. Javier says you could do 25% over the next 48 hours, maybe. All right, I'm waiting for folks to tell me what pattern is that? What pattern is that? Where's my advanced pattern traders here? What is that on the freaking daily? What is that? I Am Storm says, I wait for the fourth quarter. That makes sense. But what is that, my friends? What is it? I'm waiting for the first person to respond. What is this on the daily? For SWE, on the freaking daily. God. What is this? B-Pit says, don't full sin. Not yet, baby. Don't do it. It's an Adam and Eve. Yes, some people said it. Okay, that is an Adam and Eve on the daily. And I got to be honest, I haven't seen this on any other asset. Has anybody seen this on any other asset in crypto? You know, Ethereum, Hype, AVA, anything that's at the bottom. What else is in the Adam and Eve? Okay, and I'll prioritize your chat if you can send it in. What else is in the Adam and Eve? Say this coin is in Adam and Eve. SWE is in a freaking Adam and Eve double bottom with heavy bullish divergence with a green dot on the weekly. You're telling me not to full port? I'm gonna full port and go freaking full overstimulation, man, in here. Come on, full overstimulation and full port my account and press every single button I have here. Okay, hallelujah. In the Zen Center congregation, SWE will make me a very wealthy man. But what's a monk gonna do with money, right? What's a monk gonna do with money? Anyway, I'm sorry to be dramatic, but there is an Adam and Eve double bottom on SWE on the daily, and I like it, and I like it a lot. Okay. I think you're freaky, and I like you a lot. Okay, SWE, I'm talking to you. But look at that. It even has a little handle, man. It has a little handle on it. It has a freaking little cup and handle right there, just for good measure. 5. Man. But could this come down more? Absolutely. It could come down again. Imagine it comes down and wants to double bottom again. Like, do we really need the extra double bottom? No, we don't, SWE. We don't need it. We don't need it. Okay. All right. All right. Do not full port, my friend. Do not full port. Do not do it. I don't know, man. I might full port spot. I might full port spot, not on leverage. But let's go to the 4 hour. You said there's a, oh my God. Are you serious? You're serious right now. You're serious.
Attention, trade inbound. Attention, trade alert. High probability setup found. Time to blindly follow JP. Sin City Crypto. New trade alert. This is not financial advice.
Oh my God. What do we have here on SWE in a 4 hour time frame? What do we have here? What do we have here, man? We have ourselves a nice little bull flag above a very important resistance. Now support. Now support with that bouncy. I like that wick, that same wick that Bitcoin have. Nice support there, right? Nice support. Look at the stochastics, very low. A double bottom on the stochastic. Look, a W pattern on the stochastics. RSI, you know, about middle of the range. RSI could reset a little more. And hey, if we're looking at patterns, I mean, we got to be fair. There is a head and shoulder on the RSI. I know it's hard to see because it's kind of mixed in one indicator here. But I'm doing a little analysis here on SWE. Double bottom on the stochastics. Money flow incredibly green, right? Incredibly stupidly green. Okay. We got a green dot on market side for B. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I'll say this, guys. I pressed the trade alert for dramatic effect. I'm not giving a trade alert for this. And I'm getting back to BTC. I got you. I know you guys want me to get back to BTC. Here's BTC. And the thing that sucks is, remember I said this was a bit of a case study? A case study on the bull div on the higher time frames, right? I'm back to BTC. I said this could be a case study, right? We had major bull div, and then we had a huge breakout, just like we did on the daily, to resistance. And look what happened. Look, we gave it all back to the bottom of the range. 5. Screw your bull div. Screw your bull div. A strong bull div was enough to get the breakup, but look, it wasn't enough to get the continuation, man. Like the continuation that we need right now. So does anybody believe that this is a good case study and what will happen on the macro, the daily and the weekly for BTC? I need you to respond in the chat right now in the full form. Write a whole paragraph if you want to. But is this, a macrocosm or a macro sample of what could happen on the, a micro sample of what can happen on larger time frames? Talk to me. Talk to me. This is BTC on a 1 minute time frame, guys. BTC on a 1 minute time. Is this what's going to happen on the daily? Same thing. Look, major bull div gave it enough big push up to resistance. We're thinking we're going to go sideways, do a nice little cute flag, right? Nice little cute flag and then long it. Just like I said here, right? I said, give me a nice little cute flag. But yeah, it gave us a flag, all right. Yeah. Javier says, well done, JP. Better to wait. Yeah, I'm not getting in the trade, but I was just kind of joking around, right? Dramatic effect, put the trade alert. That's how much I do like the chart, right? Paria says low time frame divs or whatever. Good point. She's telling me, I'm not she. I don't know if you're a woman or a male, but you're telling me that the low time frame divergences are not as reliable as the high time frames. Does that make sense? I believe that as well. So that's a fair point. Very fair point there. But I'm asking you, is this, is is this small time frame bull div, you know, basically, what's the word? Foreshadowing. Is it foreshadowing what will happen on the daily and on the weekly, right? All right. Let me get back to SWE for a moment. Don't worry, we're watching BTC. It did get a pump. It did get a dump. We're in the same place again. And in fact, this could be a double bottom now. You know, TA plays out every time. That's not how you had it in your mind. So just like the daily, we can see a move all the way back down to the value area low and then still pump again. It said risk management in the USA don't exist. Ha ha ha. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. I'm going back to SWE. I'm going back to SWE because I like this a lot. I love the double golden cross there that you pointed out, Jai. I like that the 50, look, it hasn't even crossed yet. It's about to cross. And when that crosses, best believe SWE will get a move to the upside. We'll get to move to the upside with that 50 crossing. May take some time. It may take another, I don't know, 8 hours or something. Maybe another two candles. Maybe we'll get that cross. And also notice that, you know, this flag looks like it could come down. Oops. 1 second. Fix my casino. Looks like this flag could come down a little bit more, no? Top of the pattern, bottom of the pattern, top of the pattern, make it tighter, tighter, tighter. Then maybe at that point we enter. So that's why I'm really, really, really more than ever, guys, being so disciplined and, you know, coming up with my context layer, coming up with my setup layer. This is the setup layer. Now I need an execution layer. So the high time frames tell me to be bullish on SWE. The medium time frames, the 4 hour tells me to be bullish on SWE. But how about the small time frames? I need the small time frame alignment. When I was just an investor and just a swing trader, I didn't care. I didn't care about the small time frames. Now that I'm a swing trader and a day trader, I guess, you know, I have to care about the small time frames. So what are they saying? What's the 30 doing? Is the 30-minute time frame? Okay, reset the Stokes somehow. Money flow barely green. Okay. A 21 cross coming up for its golden cross. Not too bad. Not the worst thing in the world, I gotta say. It's looking like a chunky flag on the 30. Can you see the chunky flag? Chunky flag right there. Yeah, that's bullish. Not too bad. That's bullish. That is bullish, my friends. Let's go to the 5-minute time frame. The 5-minute above the yellow line is bullish. I gotta say, there's a bullish setup here. It's not like, you know, it's not like the 5-minute, you know, small time frames are not aligning, right? Not aligning with SWE on the medium time frames. This is all bullish. This is all bullish, and you could get that move up. Let me just check out the 1-minute time frame. What's the 1-minute doing? 1 minute looking a little bit shaky there, right? Big move up, another move up, lost it all. A bit of a cup and handle reversal pattern there. We'll see if it does want to make a move up. But yeah, interesting. Yeah, 1 minute, a bit, you know, technically bearish below the 200, but that is a cup and handle reversal pattern there. And the 5-minute is still bullish but shaky. Very volatile but bullish for SWE. I can see the move. I can see the move happen. All right, let me get off of SWE. I'm sorry, I know that was a long analysis, but that was very interesting to me. Let's go to some other time frames here. We did look at hamster. We did look at monad. We will continue to look at BTC. Yes, we will. This is BTC right here. And so far, we have bounced from the local low after a big move down from our move up. Let me look at some other coins. I'm going to look at XLM. All right, quick analysis on XLM. All right, here we go. How's your daily? Okay, I remember this on XLM. Okay. The daily is putting in lower highs, which is interesting. Like, what's up with that? Lower highs on the daily and lower lows. Retracement mode still? Is the daily still in retracement for Stellar Lumens? Trend down to break up eventually. Here you go, 4-hour time frame, the 4-hour going completely sideways. But it does look like it could make the structure of a head and shoulder. Momentum shifting to the downside. Potential short play on XLM. By the way, I'm looking at it. Money flow is green, but just looking at the structure. And here's your 5-minute time frame. Losing it right now. could be the beginning of bearishness. And there's a head and shoulder again right there. Interesting. All right, that is XLM for you. We'll take a look at Uniswap. Let me hurry up and go through these alts. Feel free to spam more coins that you may want, and I will get back to BTC. Here's Uniswap. Look at it on that daily. Oh. I'm not a bull, I'm not a bear. I'm a monkey in a chair. Liquidity in the air, overbought, red money flow. Let's see what's going on. Going sideways though, right? A bit sideways. Is it around the top? Way below the 200 MA on the daily. That thing is overall bearish. Can you give us some bull div at least? Nothing strong there. How about your 4 hour? Okay. 4 hour a bit bullish. I like that for Uniswap, especially that flag. I like that. I could see that breaking out actually. Like seriously. I can see this breaking out. Nice bull flag. Some could say it already broke out and now bullishly retesting. Get in on the flag. Look, Stokes pointing up. Green dot, green money flow. One could get into a trade here. This is not a trade alert, but a battle plan. A battle plan. If you want to be bullish on Uniswap, there's a trade right there. Okay, entry would be at the top of the pattern. I just put it somewhere around 3.166 would be an entry for Uniswap. You could put a stop loss below the 50 MA on a 4 hour, somewhere around 3.032, and a TP at 3.613. That is a potential trade there. Battle plan and not a trade alert for Uniswap. All right, I like that. And it is a 4 hour time frame. Let's go to the 30 really quickly. A bit sideways, a bit toppy looking there. Had that bear div, came down. 5 minute final time frame. Last chance to bounce and be bullish on that yellow line. Is that a liquidity grab? Trend down to break up, potentially. But what an ugly looking structure, I gotta say. Ugly looking market structure for Uniswap. But that 4 hour looks the most promising. If you are a Uniswap bull, I like that play. All right, that does it for Uniswap. Let's look at virtual protocol. Here we go. Let's get into it. VVV. Let me hurry up and be quicker on the analyses. Remove all drawings. Yeah, Uniswap has been at, sorry, not Uniswap. Venice, VVV, has been in retracement for some time now. For many, many days. Man, that thing got beat down. But this is also one of the coins that got ran up the most, right? Ran up the most in this market. Let's pull like a local fib, pull it from this area, and we'll bring it up to the top. What is the potential fib bounce? 786. Nice. Okay, this may be the bounce, guy. Whoa. Yeah, this thing could bounce here, believe it or not. No confirmation of the bounce, but I do like that you're at the bottom of the pattern. I would like to see some bull div on some type of time frame, maybe like a 30-minute time frame. If there is bull div there, I can see a case for a long on Venice, as it has been in retracement mode for some time. All right, let's get back to BTC, as it looks like we're getting a push up. BTC getting a push up. Oh, there we go. Is this our our case study for the macro? We have bull div here. We got a big move up, right? Big move up. We thought we would consolidate all nicely and cutely, but nope, gave it all back. Really just made a double bottom though. Bottom, bottom, double bottom. And now look, another bounce up to resistance. How would that look on the macro for BTC? It would look like this. This is BTC on the daily. If that is a case study, if it makes any sense at all, that would mean that price already got to move up. And that while we think we might consolidate here, we may actually come all the way back down and then bounce at support again, right? Bounce at support again and then come back up. Could that happen? Hell, what if we even put in a lower low, right? That could actually be even more bullish, but I fear it may take too many days, or maybe not. Let's project it and let's look at distance in here. The distance between this low, maybe this low comes down violently. Maybe we put in a lower low on price and a higher low on the momentum, even more bull div, right? More bull div, bring it up just like that. I might have made it too big. Let me see. Might have made it too big. trying to do an accurate projection here as far as like size and whatnot. So something like that. Where could that have us? July. Look, July 25th, same month. We could dump and pump this month. Dump and pump this month and put in more bear div. I'm sorry, more bull div. It got to be lower. Lower. Quick move up. Yeah, that says on July 25th. I like that. With even more bull div, does anybody believe this? Put a 7 in the chat if you believe this is going to happen. And then maybe that'll get us out the bear market. And at that point, you know, it'll be so much daily bull div that should give us enough oomph, right, to get out of the volume gaps. Who believes this is going to happen? This is a daily time frame. Who believes this? 7 in the chat, baby. Talk to me, talk to me. And I'm going to end one of our polls here. What was the last poll? I said, what is the trend? What is the trend? Everybody says the trend is your friend. The trend is your friend. Don't fight the trend. Well, what is the trend? What is the trend? The trend, according to 58% of the people here, is up. The trend is up, and 42% believe the trend is down. Interesting. Have you hit the like button? Are you enjoying the stream? Please hit the like button. We got 174 likes, but we have over 400 people here. Can we get the likes up to 400? We could do it. Let's double the likes. Can we double the likes, baby? Come on, double, double, bubble, bubble, wobble. Double up the likes. That's right, full pour on the likes along the like button, okay? Ape the like button. All right, they want to see ALGO. We'll look at ALGO. I got you. Yeah, but seriously, talk to me about this. How about the idea of us putting in an even lower low on the daily and maybe even a higher low on the momentum indicator, making even more bull div? Who thinks that's going to happen? David M says that aligns with the Clarity Act. Okay. Straight to 70. Woozay says straight to 70. Love it, love it, love it. All right, let's go ahead and get back to BTC. Here it is on the 1 minute time frame. What do we have here now? Do we have some inverted? Like, what is going on? What is the structure, baby? What do we have here? Let me remove some of these trend lines. And don't worry, I'll get back to the altcoins. Looking at BTC right now. There's a trend. There's a trend. It's a bull flag still. Bull flag still. Losing it on the 1 minute. But how about the 5 minute? 5 minute looks pretty healthy, doesn't it? Healthy flag after a move up. We could flag all the way down to the previous resistance, now flipping it to support. SR flip, right? Maybe BTC wants to do something like that. I can totally see it. Can you see it? You know, a little bit of a deeper flag and then maybe off to the races. Keep that there. All right, let's get back to Venice. I was looking at Venice on a daily. I said it could be a bounce eventually here on Venice. Let's go to some other time frames. How about a 12-hour? Can we get some bull div, man? I need bull div to believe this. 4-hour. It's a little bit rough. I mean, barely some divergence there. Barely. About the 1 hour. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. A little bit there. 30. We have some 30-minute div. Venice token, VVV. Do we have the 30-minute? 1 second. Green dot. And we're okay. What kind of structure do we have here? Okay, I was thinking this would be lower lows here, but check this out. Is that starting to round out? Is that starting to round out? And is it an imperfect inverse head and shoulder? I'm just looking. Interesting structure here. Well, it's going sideways instead of straight down anymore. I mean, that gotta stand for something, right? That gotta stand for something. And potential double bottom or even triple bottom coming in, depending on how you look at it. That could be a bottom. That was already a bottom. That's a bottom. Is that a triple bottom right there? 5 minute time frame. What's happening on the 5 minute? A little bit bearish there below the 200, but look, double bottom could be an entry on Venice. Interesting. All right, back to BTC and on to the next coins. We looked at Venice. VVV. I think I was supposed to look at virtuals. Did we ever look at virtual protocol? Where is virtual? Virtual, there it is. Virtual protocol. Look at it really quickly. Oh my God, yeah, these candles are not gonna work. I guess that's better. All right, let's go to the daily time frame for virtuals. Looks a bit crazy. Hold on, let me try one more chart. Virtual USDT, much better. There we go. All right, daily time frame. What do we have here? We have a bit of a double bottom. We do high stochastics, but it still kind of looks like bear div, doesn't it? Not bear div, sorry. Bearish consolidation, right? Descending triangle. That's giving me bearish consolidation. It has a red dot. Has a red dot. It looks like it may go lower just by looking at what I'm seeing here. But I understand that it also could be a double bottom, but you need to come up and create that neckline, kind of like how Sui did. Let's go to your 4-hour time frame, the 4-hour virtuals creeping up. Look, almost a forced interaction. Almost a forced interaction on a 4-hour time frame for virtuals. You got a green dot, double bottom on the stochastics. I like the idea of this. This the 4-hour, okay. Retracement. Unlike some of the other coins, a lot of other coins have gotten past its 4-hour and above it. Virtuals is below it. But I'm wondering, because virtuals ran like while everything else was dumping, is it doing the opposite now, right? People selling virtuals and putting money into something else. So I wouldn't assume that virtuals are just going to move with everything else. I mean, maybe it does. Somebody here that knows virtuals better than me, please tell me. But maybe that's why it's doing something opposite right now. If it is 5-minute time frame for virtuals, okay, big move up, came down, double bottom, now double top. Red money flow, red dot, high Stokes. Struggling a bit. I got to say, it is struggling a bit. And it's kind of giving this. That structure is not amazing for a bullish move. It favors a bearish move. Red money flow. I don't know. Virtuals looks a bit shaky. Is Bitcoin shaky like that? A little bit. Yeah, look at that little double top. What is that, BTC? What are you doing? Double top at the resistance? Double top at the resistance. Back to the local low. BTC looks like it's about to dump from what I can see. And is this still, you know, a case study? Is this still a case study for the higher time frames? Somebody made a good point. It's just a 1 minute. You know, you can't really like, you know, say what's, you know, what happens on a 1 minute may happen on a daily, but man, you never know. It could happen. All right, so that's virtuals. Got that out the way. Let's look at Ondo. People have asked for Ondo. Let's look at Ondo. The daily time frame for Ondo. Okay, nice flag. I like that flag on the daily. Wow. Big old flag on the daily. Look at the 4-hour. Okay. I like that. Green money flow. You flip the trend green. You're now consolidating below the 200 MA. And getting ready for the move to break above it. Unlike some other coins that's already above it, this is not above it yet. Ondo a little bit behind here, but you do have some increased volume as of lately. 5-minute time frame, your final time frame, still technically bullish as you're above the dynamic resistance, the yellow line, 200 MA. But are you getting rejected right now? Is that a triple top? You know, that brought price down, and now you've getting rejected at this level. This little SR flip zone. Support, now resistance. Ondo, 5-minute time frame. I don't know. You tell me. All right, that does it for Ondo, and back to BTC. BTC, are you about to lose it? Do we need to zoom out? Is this confirmation for the short? Let's take a look. And look at that head and shoulder right there on the 1 minute. How well did that play out, huh? It's so funny how, like, it's just, you know, it'll play out when it wants to, right? That's a shoulder, that's a head, that's a right shoulder. Yes, this price went way higher, but I pay attention to the bodies, okay? The bodies didn't lie to you. The bodies, I said that was a head and shoulder. And dump it, right? Dump it to exactly where it's going right now. Look at that perfect play out on the, look at BTC coming down heavy, to the exact measured move right now. Do you see it? To the exact measured move. Let's look at the casino. We do have some serious price action going on right now. Make sure it's live. That's right. Pull to the downside now. Pull to the downside from the supply zone. This may be the small time frame confirmation for the short, for the bigger short. I'm just saying, guys. We'll see. We'll look at it. But rejection for the supply zone so far. Pull to the downside and 42 trades per minute. 1 minute through the 2 hour, all bullish in the casino. Let's pull up that liquidity heat map from trading different and go to the small time frames. And this is the larger time frame, by the way, the daily, right? If this is the macro, if this is the lower low and the bull div that gave us enough strength to come up, could one just put us entry now, stop loss above the wick, take it down? Maybe. That's what I tried to do, but I got clapped. But I did it too soon, right? I did it too soon. Timing could be everything, right? Timing could be everything. Let's go to the 5 minute time frame. Can I get an amen on that? Timing could be everything. You may have the right idea, but maybe jump the gun too early. Here's the 5 minute time frame. BTC is still cocked and ready. I don't know, man. You know the context. The context is the higher time frames are bullish, but you got to be cautious for that retracement. Still technically just a flag. Look, technically just a flag with a lot of liquidity still above us on a 5 minute time frame. 64,700. Is this just the opportune entry for the long? You know, scared money don't make no money. Or maybe it'll be a deeper flag. Or hell, maybe this will be a shoulder right there. That's a head. And then make a bigger right shoulder. Right? All of that is possible. All of the above. But yeah, we're at the bottom of the pattern, man. And at, you know, almost local support could be a good entry. I'm just saying for the long, if you still believe in it. Who believes in it? Just there says get ready for the long. I kind of agree. You know, I kind of agree. It might be a good entry right there. Bounce from the bottom of the pattern. Maybe you touch the top of the pattern again and then flip it. You know, or, you know, that can happen. Bring you back down. Put you in drawdown, 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 bounce. I don't know. All right, how are those auto clappers positioned right now? Auto clappers now full short. Interesting. Auto clappers went from freaking full long to quickly full short. The auto clappers clapping to the downside. All right. All right, back to BTC and the structure here. Give me a clean chart, please. A clean chart for BTC. We will do more altcoins, but I do want to focus on BTC for just a moment as we are at a very critical level. All right, I'll bring up the 1 minute time frame, and then I want to look in the charts. Look in the chat really quickly. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Lee says value area low retest. Yeah, I agree. Like for the local area, right? Local value area low. Is it Blizzard? How do you say that? BLYZNYUK. Blizzard, New York. Blizzard, New York. Killing me. Anyway. Says, learn by losing. I agree. Sorry, now your money goes in my pocket. Man, you're taking people's money out here. I love it. I'm looking at you guys talking about Michael Saylor. What's going on with Saylor? They said, why would Michael Saylor sell at the bottom? That's a better question. Seriously. Well, he probably has no choice. You know, he has to pay those dividends. He has to keep the money flowing. Sold today, which is crazy. Imagine selling today. Imagine selling today and trying to be bullish. Somebody said he is secretly loading up. ALGO triple bottom. I'm not sure. We'll take a look. I'll write that next to the coin. As you know, I do take notes here. ALGO triple bottom. Make sure I look at that. Okay. Thank you very much. All right. Bovan a trade says, JP, I know it's not to go back to the hood. JP, I know it's not to go back to the hood, and I agree. But shadow may be after Ansem. What are you talking about there, Bovine? What are you talking about? Yeah, I just looked at the liquidity heat map. I hope that did help. With the question mark. I love it. Okay, I'm all caught up here. Just make sure I didn't miss anything here. Making sure I'm not missing anything. All right. Let's get back to BTC. Anything can happen. Either this is the first sign of weakness, as we see that some time frames are ready for the retracement. For example, like the 4 hour, we saw the bear div. Maybe this is the small time frame confirmation as we have taken this dump. Or maybe, you know, this is just going to a local value area low, right? What is the local value area low? What is the range? What is the range? All right, we got two ways to do this. You know, this could have been a range for that little consolidation right there. It's a very small range, right? Very small range. We got another range right here, right? SR flip. There's the value area low. Look, bouncing the value area low already, right? That could have been an awesome entry for the long. You know, but I'm slow. I'm doing analysis here. I'm doing analysis. Let me pull this up. Boom. Value area low, value area high. Hope you can see the separation there. Let me put a little gap just so you can see it. See the gap in the separation of the ranges. I'm really big on these ranges here, guys. What does this remind me of? Guy King, are you here? What is that? The MSG they call it? Is it the MSG? What's that one thing that all stock traders use? It shows like it gives boxes like this, like colored boxes based on the attract abundance. You know what I'm talking about. Somebody put us up on it. What is that strategy called again? MSG, is that what it is? It shows the different ranges based on like the London time, the New York time. It shows the session open and closes. It shows like the value area high and low of each session. What indicator is that? I think I'm doing like a manual version of that right now. What indicator is that? Talk to me. Attract abundance if you are here. Or even Libro, if you are here, talk to me. But look, bouncing, look, from the value area low. SR flip right there. Could it lose it and get back in its previous range? Absolutely. In fact, let's extend it. Let's extend. Yeah, let's extend the dealing range. Smart money. Is it SMC? The smart money? Anybody follow that? The smart money concept? It might be SMC. I said MSG. A crypto agent says order blocks. Yeah, there's definitely order blocks for sure. There's many different names for this. And there's some indicators that do it automatically for you. But what I did draw are order blocks. That does make sense. These are order blocks. Absolutely. I don't always draw them, you know, but I think it is important, you know, especially as we are in a lot of uncertainty, that you do draw out your order blocks. You know, draw out your order blocks and make sure you know what range you're in. Are you at a low? Are you at a high? Where are you? You know, a lot of times I just kind of just eyeball it myself and I can tell where we are, but I think it's very important, man, to be disciplined about this. Market sessions, somebody said. Okay, I like that too. Market sessions. Okay. But so far, look, I like the 200 MA right there as support as well. So high risk, I don't know if I'm gonna do it, but someone could get into a long right here. We'll see if there's some confirmation, but somebody could long that and take this thing up to the top of the range again. Look, 3.4 risk reward ratio with the stop loss down here. Is it deep enough? I'm not sure. Hell, maybe you need a better even entry. Entry there, stop loss somewhere here. Someone could go for a 4.3 to 1 risk reward ratio with a tap at the bottom of the range and take it to the top of the range. Am I doing it? Absolutely not. Juggernaut says, JP, what's the trend though? Well, it depends on what time frame, my friend. On this time frame, the trend is up. The trend is up, my friend. The trend is up. You know, even though it says money flow red right here, the trend is up overall on this time frame. You see the moves up, right? That's a range. We broke up into the higher range above us. Will we come back down and start, you know, rolling over the trend? I'm not sure, but right now the trend is up on the small time frame. All right. Let's do some more altcoins, as I'm pretty backed up here on altcoins. Ken Moon says, JP, walk us through opening a trade on BitUnix. I can do that. I can do that. Juggernaut says, JP, what's the trend? No. Oh yeah, I get what you're doing there. I know. I got you. Ken Moon wants me to do he says he just joined using our link. Thank you so much for your support. I'll show you how to open a trade on BitUnix, but first I gotta find a trade, right? I gotta find a trade. Maybe I'll long this. Maybe I'll long this just for fun, you know, just for fun purposes. Let me just zoom out. It's a bit risky, but you know, you could long this. I could put a couple dollars on it just to show you, you know. Let me just zoom in. Is there, can we get any confirmation that this thing will actually bounce? I don't know, man. It looks crazy. Looks like that thing comes down and maybe falls into the previous range, right? The previous range will be right here. Somebody said open a long on SWE. You know what? I might do that, actually. You're thinking about it. If I'm going to take a long on BTC, why not take a long on SWE, the chart that I actually really, really, really liked, right? I mean, yeah, if BTC dumps, yeah, SWE going to dump. But I love that 4-hour chart on SWE. It was an amazing chart on the 4-hour. I love what I'm seeing there. Is there a small time frame setup on SWE besides that I can get in? There we go. Look at that flag right there. That flag above the 200 with the red line coming in. I like that. I like that trade for SWE. Okay. I'll do this one. Yeah, I'll do the 15-minute time frame. Low Stokes. No green dot yet. A bit risky. But I'll do the 15-minute time frame. Let me just look at some other time frames really quickly. The 5. I like the confluence. I like it. Oof. 3-minute got some bearish consolidation, though. Careful. That's bearish consolidation as well. The 1-minute. Careful, careful, careful. Yeah, that looks like it comes down lower based on this time frame, no? That looks crazy. See, I'm trying to make sure all of my time frames align. Like, there's no confirmation on this small time frame for this thing to come up. Can we put it in a double bottom there? Could we get a double bottom play? Give me a play, baby. Come on. Give me a play. I don't want to just lose money for fun. Yeah, no confirmation on the bounce here. And BTC looking crazy and silly again, isn't it? It's looking crazy and silly. Yeah, it looks like a bear flag on the 1 minute. Look at the 30 reset. Okay, 30. I like it. I like it. All right, yeah, I'm going to put in a trade just for fun. I'm going to put in a small trade. Look at the 10-minute. I like the 10-minute bouncing off the red line. All right, a bit risky here, but I'm going to take a chance and put in a trade on BTC. I might do it on a 5-minute time frame. I like that we're at the bottom of this order block. Let's go ahead and do that. All right. So here we go. Here's BitUnix, okay? #1 exchange to me in the game here. Very easy to use. Very easy to use. So just I'm going to do from start to finish. Look for your asset right here. See where it says Trump. Just look for your asset, BTC. All right, BTC. I was about to trade it on a 5-minute time frame. You can see that order block and this order block. I'm just gonna, guys, this is not a trade alert. This is more like a tutorial, okay? So just bear with me here. I'm gonna put a stop loss somewhere right here, somewhere like 63.6. So what I do is I get the numbers that I want to put into BitUnix. And oftentimes, especially if you're a beginner, it may be easy to do it with the long tool. Just grab the long tool, put it at the entry where you want, right? That's the entry, the middle part. The red section is how much drawdown are you willing to tolerate, right? How much drawdown are you willing to tolerate? For me, I'm putting it somewhere around here. This may be too much, but draw down somewhere around here. And then your TP will be the green area, right? Extend it. I'm looking for a 3-to-1. I usually do 3-to-1 or even 4-to-1 risk reward ratios. I get a measured move. A little bit beyond a measured move, but it's fine. 65.5. That sounds like a liquidity level. So I like the idea of it, the general idea of the trade. It may not be perfect. Maybe there's a better entry, but we're getting in at the bottom of the order block. Unless we fall into the other order block, this should be okay. All right. So 3.47-to-1 risk reward ratio. What I do is I do limit orders, right? Click limit on the right, limit. All right. Then you click TPSL. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So limit and then click TPSL for take profit and stop loss. Get my stop loss first. What I do is actually, I just put my mouse on a chart right here and I right click and I go to copy price. Just copy that exact price. That way I don't have to write anything. I copy and paste. And then what I do is I go up to the TP, right click, copy price, TP. Now entry, I just hit last. Now you could write in whatever you want here for your entry, especially if you want it lower, but I'm gonna use the current price. Last, and then I'm gonna bring this up, my risk reward, very small trade, 50 bucks, like 166. I'm gonna do that for you. Okay, I'm gonna lose 50 bucks for you real quick, potentially. There we go. I'm in the trade now. I'm now in the trade. I can expand this, all right, and monitor the trade. I can easily move my stop loss, reduce the risk, right? Look, 40 bucks, 30 bucks. Those are all dollar amounts, you know, for risk level there, right? Same thing with the TP. Easily remove, move TPs with no problem. Any exchange that you can't do that, I got to say, guys, is food, okay? And just, you know, I can't do it. I need to be able to remove my TP and SLs very easily. If you can't do that, I don't know what you're doing, like seriously. And look at the beauty of this too. Even if I didn't have one, let's say I didn't have a stop loss. Let's say I didn't have a TP. I don't have to go to the side and type in my TP and stop loss. I don't have to do that. All I have to do is go ahead and look, it's right there. TPSL, drag to set. Just grab it, drag it. That easy, right? TP, grab it, drag it. That easy. It's literally that easy. I love it, man. Best exchange ever, BitUnix. And yeah, so we got this thing cooking. I don't know if this is actually a good trade. I kind of just did it to show you, right? You know, I wouldn't have taken this trade if I didn't want to show you, but we'll see what happens here. You know, you see your P&L in real time right there, down $3. You could click it. Look, it gives you a little mini P&L thing, right? Your percentage. So it's down 9% based on the margin, right? And you go down, you can see your unrealized. Okay, you can see your total unrealized and what other positions you have here under positions. Okay, and then here's a cool thing. Like anytime I can change my leverage amount. Look, I'm on 200x leverage right now. That's right, 200x. I'm only required a $39 margin for this position. This is like almost a $7,000 position, but only requires $39 margin, okay? So it depends on if you're isolated across margin. I really don't want to get too deep into that right now. I think it's all preference. Do whatever you want, right? Cross margin or isolated. Just make sure your liquidation price is way low and you're risking a good amount for your account size. But look, you can change your leverage. Look, I could change my leverage from 200 to 100 while the trade is open. Don't even got to close the trade. How amazing is that, right? There you go, 100x. Now look, now it's double the margin, but notice, look, the position size is the same. Oh, you can't really see it, sorry. Position size is the same, you know, just about 7 grand, 6,900 position size, all right? Margin is leverage. Position size is margin times leverage, okay? And margin is position size divided by leverage. There's a relationship there, okay? So just, you know, familiarize yourself with that. I showed you how easy it was to get into a trade, and you can close the trade at any moment by just hitting this X button right here, right? Market close, and it'll confirm everything with you and show you how much you're due to make. You could do it that way, or you can close it down here. You can go to flash close, or you can close, look, quantities. If you just want to take half profit, just go to quantity, hit 50% and go to close. They're always going to give you a confirmation window here, closing 50% of the trade to make whatever amount there, right? So there you go. You know, does that help? Let me know if that helps you. And look, this trade may actually work out. I just simply use order block there. If we are going to SR flip this zone, this should pump, but we'll see. Who knows? Let's get back into the charts, the analysis. But hold on, but before I do, we just did that whole tutorial on BitUnix. If I'm going to do that, let me at least give you the promotion as well that we have with BitUnix. Okay, for anybody brand new that wants to use it, I'll bring it up here in the Discord. Trader Chat TA, and he says it is it's pinned, right? Here we go. Pinned messages. There we go. Thank you. Here we go. BitUnix and Sin City Crypto. Okay, we got a nice little deposit reward here for you. If you want to get started, if you're brand new, we have a 20% deposit bonus up to $2,000 deposit. That's right. Just trade once is the only requirement. Do one trade, doesn't matter the size. You will get a $400 future bonus with a $2,000 deposit, plus a VIP2 complimentary upgrade. you pay lower fees. And there's the rest of the amounts. A $1,000 deposit gets you $200, $500, $100, and $120. And as far as the trading volume bonus that we also have going on here, 30 million in volume will get you $2,400. I'm certainly getting that. 10 million in volume will get you $800. Okay. This is a promotion only up until the 18th of July. We'll give you that BitUnix link. You have to sign up under us. Yes, you have to sign up under our referral link to get access to these rewards. All right. I'll also give my email. And yes, I have not responded to some emails today. I'm sorry. I got you. Okay. But there's my email. Okay. There's my email. If you are coming from another exchange, especially if you are a whale. Okay. If you are a whale and you're a VIP 5 in another exchange, we will match your VIP level and maybe even give you a better level, right? Better with the fees, plus the deposit bonuses. Just email me and I'll help you with your migration, okay? That is my email address at jp@sincitypodcast with an S, that's plural, baby.com. jp@sincitypodcast.com, spelled just like that. Don't forget the last S, okay? All right. That does it for BitUnix. I love it. I used this way before I was associated with Sin City Crypto. That's why I'm so happy that this is our exchange of choice. All right, let's get back to it. BTC, what is it doing? Is it bearishly consolidating on a 1 minute time frame? It's looking a bit like a bear flag, I got to say. Looking a bit like a bear flag there on a 1 minute time frame. Let's go ahead and look at our other view, our order block view here on the 5 minute. It still looks like a bear flag. I could lose this little sample trade. By the looks of it, it looks like bearish consolidation. Bearish consolidation does bring you lower eventually. All right, let's get to the chat. All right, Javier says, sorry, Javier. I want to call you Javier so bad, man. I'm from the hood, man. All right. Javier says, but JP, on the 3 days, we already bottomed. Maybe so, but I need the small time frames to agree, okay? I need them to agree. Dookie says, I emailed, but no answer. I got some emails on Saturday and, that I did not respond to. And there may be some today I didn't respond to. If you sent the email, you will be responded to. If you do not hear back from me by like Tuesday, if you don't hear back from me, if you put it like this, if you email me and you don't hear back from me by tomorrow, I need the very next day for you to email me again. Okay. Amen. Amen, baby. All right. You will get to me. If you are not responded to for sure by tomorrow, email me again. Okay. But I guarantee I will get to every single person. All right. I don't know, man. Looking like a bear flag. Getting rejected from the non-MA. In my opinion right now, I have no idea what's going to happen. Make sure I catch up. Okay. Mr. V says, I just switched to BitUnix, but I have nothing in rewards. I haven't traded yet, but don't see any futures rewards or tasks. Well, my friend, did you sign up with our link? And one of the requirements is to trade for the sign-up bonuses. You do have to trade, okay? You do have to trade at least one time to get the bonuses and rewards. All right. Yeah, Just There says switching to short. This is fake out. Yeah, multiple people I think said this is a fake out right now. And maybe. Crypto Trading Guy says, I emailed a week ago. I give up. You're lying. Y'all lying. And definitely not that far behind. I'll tell you that much. I'm not that far behind. But seriously, if that's the case, email me again, okay? I'm not that far behind. I'm like a day or two behind. Oh, man. Okay, let's see. What is going on in the chat? It said, what is reverse near flash close? Okay, yeah, there is a reverse button. I do not recommend using that button. I know a lot of degenerates do, though. Yeah, there's a reverse button. What that does, if you hit reverse, it will market close your current trade and open up another trade in the opposite direction. You basically flip positions there, but you pay the maximum fees, right? You pay that market order price instead of the limit order fee. And you get a terrible entry, man. I noticed there's a lot of slippage sometimes with that reverse button. Not recommended, man. I highly recommend you use that limit order, okay? Use the limit order instead of that reverse button, okay? But do what you want. Yeah, BTC looking a little bearish there. I gotta say, man, a little bit bearish. That's bearish consolidation at the bottom of the order block, and this thing could fall to the next order block, which would be 63,700. Looks like the middle range of the previous order block, but we'll see. Could this be a double bottom at the bottom of this range? To me, it's just giving bearish consolidation. It looks like this to me. Bearish consolidation at the bottom of the range should have this fall to the next range, but we'll see. You never know. All right, give me my chat, baby. Give me my chat. Damn, got a lot of messages here. 2-hour triple bear divs. Reverse is for super professional scalpers. Yeah, be careful with those shorts. I'm careful with everything. They said NASDAQ is dumping. Okay, Mr. VZ, let me know how it goes. Let me know if you need any help whatsoever. Let me know. And guys, you can reach out to us in the Discord. You know, the number one thing about BitUnix is not only, you know, its liquidity and its interface, but they really have the best customer service I've ever came across when it comes to exchanges. Me and Dave have direct contact with the support team there. So if there's ever any issues, you will not be going back and forth in emails. Amen. You will not be going back and forth in emails. Only emails you will be sending is between me, Dave, and the direct team, right? Our direct rep. We can get things done here for you, okay? So we move as a unit. Us, the Zen Center congregation, Sin City Crypto, we got your back, okay? So we will help you with any support issues with BitUnix. Kevin, BitUnix is available in the USA. It is available, okay? Just let you know, it is available. Absolute 100% available. 100%. All right, let's go. Let's get back to the charts and back to the charts and back to the altcoins here. Look at SWE falling off in the 15-minute. I'm glad I didn't choose this one to get into just yet. And I was just about to. Let's look at Near Protocol. Let's get Near Protocol. Let's go. Near Protocol. Look at it on the daily. They asked for Near. Oh man, BTC looking shaky. It's getting shaky. Get to the casino. Clap, 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 clap. Copy traded you long. Why would you do that? Haas Moffer says, I copy traded you long. Why would you do that? That wasn't a trade alert. That was a sample trade. That was not to be copied. That is a high clappable trade right there. Somebody said this is the best live chat ever. I agree. But yeah, I would not recommend copying that trade. Man, I would not. I absolutely would not. Wait, let me make sure that live chat is active. Yeah, guys, I just changed my chat from top chat to live chat. I hope I'm not missing anybody. Like, for example, ignorant bastard, are you here? I just changed it from top chat to live chat. I hate that that's actually a thing, and I have to do that every time. Are you kidding me? I have to change it from top chat. Why is there a top chat? It should only be live chat. Okay, this is a live chat. Insane. Anyway, Near Protocol. They want us to look at Near. Okay, I like what I'm seeing on Near on a daily. I got to say, a bit high Stokes, right? A bit high stochastics. But I like that structure, the market structure. It looks bullish to me. Big move up, consolidation, potentially breaking out of the pattern right now. High Stokes, but that's normal while you push up. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. That is beautiful. Right at that resistance, could get rejected. But once again, another flag. That's a tight flag. As you broke out, break it up. Green money flow. High Stokes once again because you are pushing. All right. Yeah, seriously, they said, what even is top chat? Yeah, that don't even make sense. Like why is there top chat? All right. They said no risk, no Ferrari. They said that was a clap alert, not a trade alert. I agree. That was definitely a clap alert, not a trade alert. Who the hell copied that trade? Don't copy that trade I just did. I mean, I guess if you just walked in the building and didn't know what we're doing. Do not copy that trade. I'm doing a no trade right now, my friends. No trade for me. I'm just letting that trade ride. If I happen to win it, I happen to win it. You know, I'm considering it a $50 tutorial basically, right? Yeah, I agree with you there. 400 people in here and only 200 likes. I agree. That is blasphemy. That is blasphemy in the Zen Center congregation. Zen Centers, if you mess with the Clap Daddy, if you mess with the Zen Master, okay, if you love being here, you would hit the like button. Hit the like button, please. It's not hard to hit that like button. I know sometimes you forget, but if we can all hit the like button, it really matters. All right. Akuki says, JP, play the song or I'm unsubscribing. Bah! Damn. Well, I guess I got to play the song then, huh? I don't want you to unsubscribe. There you go. Is that better?
Sin City Lights on the chart. Trade alert.
Trade alert, baby.
That's right, baby. Let's go.
Trade alert.
I'm not a bull, I'm not a bear.
I'm a monk in the chair.
Green tea coat stare.
Liquidity in the air.
Trade alert, we inbound. Whole chat making sounds. If she pump, if she dump, we still make it off the bounce.
That's right, baby. That's right, baby. Rounded bottoms pay the bills. That's right, baby.
Bitcoin moody, she be moving like a ghost. Wick up, wick down, and she do the most. Everybody
Yes, this is my intro song. This is my intro song, guys.
Try to let the market sing the song.
This will be coming out to major streaming platforms later this month.
Stop loss tight.
We'll be giving you a release date. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Truth, no revenge, trade, no panic. Click if the candle flips red, I get that real quick. Casino talking, I hear bells. Liquidations, can't you tell?
TA plays out every time.
Just not how you had it in your mind.
I'm not a bull, I'm not a bitch. Damn, Casino. Wow.
Green tea coat stare.
They don't. Casino.
Liquidity in the air. Trade alert, we inbound. Whole chat making sounds. If she pump, if she dump, we still make it off the bounce.
That's right. Damn.
That's right.
What a clap alert. Look at that.
Rounded bottoms
Pay the bills. That's right, baby.
Big, bing bong, price trapped in the range. Head and shoulders, then the pattern change. Blue flag, bear flag, falling wedge.
Not a real trade, guys. I'd use this to show somebody how to use a BitUnix. Nobody follow this trade, please.
Profit, damn it, don't marry the pig. Pinky up if
We
we
bullish.
red dot if we pull this. Green dot on the daily, not a whole chat going foolish. Spam the chat with the coins.
Tell me where the money at.
High probability setup, then I'm pointing to the map. Can I get an amen?
Can I get some dollar signs?
We in the money, baby. Let the runner climb. Not financial advice, but
But yeah, Near Protocol going sideways a bit here. Going sideways in a 5 minute, right?
we don't cry, we fly. Trade alert.
Damn, Casino
Trade
going
about.
crazy.
Stop below. Target found.
All right. We'll stop it. I'm not going to play all the verses right now. That's good enough right now. I played the song for you. But yeah, Casino looking a bit bearish here, guys. A rejection from that supply zone. Still that official pull to the downside. I can't tell. Yeah, pull to the downside. Demand sitting at negative 63. Is that right? Negative 63 under the zero line. 71 trades per minute. We got more volume here. 71 trades per minute. We got volume apparently to push price down. All right, let's do it. All right. Perfect. All right. We're watching BTC. The casino sounds pretty dramatic, but I gotta say, nothing has really happened yet. Although we did kind of get accepted into this previous little order block. If you want to put any weight into this on the 5 minute time frame, you know, maybe at this point is where it actually goes higher. In fact, if we bounce here, do you see the bull div right there? Low, look, low, higher, low. Could be bull div right there to make this thing bounce. We will see. Let me continue with these altcoins because I really want to get through them. Let me go to Hyperliquid. That's right, Hyperliquid, baby. Hyperliquid on the daily. Ooh, no way. Are you serious? Hyperliquid is morphed as so many times on this daily time frame. I gotta say, guys, that thing first had a big move up, then it had like a big fall down. It was like a bull flag / falling wedge. Then it became like a cup and handle. Then it started looking like a freaking double top. Then a cup and handle looked good. And now we're kind of breaking out from the handle. And do you see what we have right now? That's an ascending triangle at this point, guys. That's an ascending triangle at this point. Why is it an ascending triangle? Because of the higher lows there, higher lows on price, and relatively equal highs will make it bullish consolidation, ascending triangle on the daily. Interesting price action there for Hyperliquid. I got to say, it may tap the top of the range again, maybe break it or come back down and just kind of do this, get tight. And look at the moving average is starting to get tight too. There may be a major move coming for Hyperliquid. Interesting, right? 1 second. Lovely. All right. Okay, let's get rid of that idea. Go to the 4 hour and then go to the 5 minute, and then we'll move on. 4 hour Hyperliquid. Is that literally the same pattern? The same pattern I just showed you, the same structure at least, right? Look, higher lows, equal highs. That, my friend, is an ascending triangle and is, bullish consolidation. Yeah, same thing. Interesting. Hyperliquid, you're getting bullish? Are you kidding me? And there's a bull flag right there. Nice bull flag on the 5 minute. I'm seeing a lot of confluence for a move from Hyperliquid. Who's risky enough? Who is risky enough to take a long on Hyperliquid? Interesting price action we got here. The small time frames are bullish too. All right, let's get back to BTC. Back to BTC. What is it doing? Are we going to bounce from this order block on the 5 minute and go test the highs? We'll see. This is the 5 minute time frame BTC. I'm keeping an eye on it. I like the wicks here. I got to say, there's some buyers here. There are some buyers. Could this continue down? Absolutely. But we do have some buyers stepping in. All right, we did Hyperliquid. Let's take a look at AVAX. Hyperliquid is a chameleon, they say. What do you mean by that? All right, let's pull up AVAX and look at it on the daily. How's the daily time frame look like for AVAX? Got a random trend line here. Erase that. Damn. That was a big move down for AVAX. That move from like $9 all the way down to like $6. Man. Barely a flinch of an effort to even get out of there. And look, we're going very vertical in that resistance. Red dot. Are you kidding me? Red dot, high stochastics. That looks like a short if I ever seen a short. But who knows, man? AVAX is definitely one of those coins that, if things start looking good, it'll just pump no matter what. But a 3-to-1 risk reward ratio, shorting right now, stop loss above the wicks. Not a trade alert, but a battle plan if you are bearish. You could enter right now. Entry around 6.828. You could put a stop loss at 7.153, and you could put a TP at 5.744. That is not a trade alert, but a battle plan if you want to take a short on AVAX. 4 hour, how we looking? 4 hour got the bullish cross like everything else. But I got to say, this one was not like very strong and confident like the rest of them, like getting the big moves up. It just pretty much just, slow stroll past the resistance. Money flow green, but now look, starting to shift to the downside. The momentum, I'm seeing some peaks here. It looks a bit bearish on the short term. Come down, test that support, and then maybe even lose it. So that makes sense. There's a setup for it. There's a high time frame context for potential short here on AVAX. And finally, is there small time frame confluence? There is. Look, bearish crosses on the small time frames. It looks like it's safe to short AVAX, believe it or not. Interesting, right? Interesting. All right, that is AVAX. Let's go to zero. People care about zero, apparently, whatever that is. Zero. Here we go. Here it is on the daily. Okay, nice double bottom. Nice double bottom. Nice class B divergence. What is class B? Class B equal lows, but higher lows on the momentum. We usually have lower lows, right? The mismatch. Lower lows with the higher lows, but this one is same lows with the higher lows there. So class B, not as strong as class A, but still divergence nonetheless. This looks a bit bullish though. I got to say, this looks a bit bullish. This is trend down to break up with the divergence, even though a class B could have it break above the 50 and test the 200 MA next at about $1.56 for zero. 4 hour time frame. Look at that bullish cross on the 4 hour. Sexy cross for zero. Money flow heavily increased. it's just a little overbought, You know, pull yourself a fib. Don't panic, right? Don't panic. Pull a fib. Yes, I'm pulling it from right there. Yes, it's probably more correct to pull it from way down here, right? And maybe it makes the 618 all the way down there. But honestly, I think you could pull fibs without losing trend, you know, without losing the local support. You can pull a fib from right there, a fib from the breakout. You could pull a fib anywhere there's a breakout. That's a breakout. That's a fib. It could come down to right there and look perfectly aligning with that 21. That would be the next place I would look for a long if you were looking for a long. Otherwise, it looks like a likely short right now, but still be careful, be cautious in this market. And here's your 5-minute time frame, 5 minute for 0, a flag. But look, there's a head right there. There's a head for a complex head and shoulder, a slanted complex head and shoulder. Very complex because there's multiple shoulders. But that's a bit bearish to me. It's a bit bearish, but other people would say, you know, or, you know, someone else would say, or even I would say, you know, just looking at it from multiple angles, as TA can be subjective, that is just a bit, is still bullish consolidation, is still a bull flag, and that this was just, you know, an outlier. That's just an outlier. And go to the higher time frames, and you'll see that that's just a wick, right? Let's go back. All right, that does it for 0. I look at ICP, and I'm almost done with all these alts, man. We did pretty good. We did good here, guys. ICP. All right, Binance, ICP. Here's the daily time frame, ICP. Okay. Not too bad, not too bad. At a value area low right now, and it does have a shoulder here. There's a head, potential right shoulder. Could do a triple bottom. Money flow green now. Hidden bear div, a lot going on there. Rounded bottom for our ICP. ICP not so bullish, you know, compared to a lot of other coins. Not so bullish, I got to say. But still a rounded bottom, and I still see a bit of a triple bottom there. I still see it. So it could get the move, but it has not gotten the move. Here's the 5-minute. Got bullish, now at support. What's going on with BTC? I'm hearing action in the casino. We're getting a bounce. We're getting a bounce. I did buy this level right here, this little mini order block, based on, well, I guess based on order blocks, right? Just based on the support and resistance here. And this is a test trade. This is not a trade alert, guys. Not a trade alert. I would still be careful, but I'm holding the trade. There's a reason why I'm keeping the trade open though, right? It's kind of just like a, you know, spur of the moment trade to show people how BitUnix works. But I do kind of like the trade. You know, I'm not confident enough in it to say, hey, trade alert, guys, everybody will long it. But, you know, why not try it? You know, why not try it for the sake of teaching? So I'm in a trade. I'm in that trade right now. I guess I'll give you the numbers, man. I really don't recommend this trade though, guys, but it could pay us. The stop loss is at 63,520. TP's at 65,522. The entry's pretty much right now. This is not a trade alert, not even a battle plan. It's just, you know, a quick scalp. Quick scalpy for entertainment and educational purposes. All right, BTC. We did ICP. All I have to do is ALGO, and I'm all caught up. Are you proud of me? Let's go ahead and do it. If you're proud of me, say I'm proud of you, Monk man. I'm proud of you. All right, let's go to ALGO. This is the last one. All right, this should have Algorand here. ALGO, yeah, ALGO. All right, just search for it. All right, Algorand, damn. Okay, low volume, 5-minute candles. All right, I'll deal with it. We'll go to higher time frames. All right, here's the daily time frame. Bull div on the Stokes, yep. On the RSI, yep. Market cipher, not exactly. But man, this thing hardly got any move. Like no love for Algorand. Where's your move the last few days? That was it. That was it. That small move right there. Okay, I guess so. That works. 4 hour. Yeah, look, rejection at resistance. Look at that heavy bear div. Red dot now. Looks like retracement program. Rejected exactly at resistance. And the 5-minute time frame. 5-minute. Whoa. 5-minute coming down, but these low volume candles are a little bit hard to read, so I can't really do too much here. But yeah, move up, move down below the 200 MA right now. Algorand. All right. Somebody asked me, how do I get the watch list? The watch list on TradingView. Yeah, I'm assuming you asked in TradingView. Well, first of all, make sure you have a TradingView, account. Highly recommend a subscription. If you do want to get a subscription so you can have more indicators, we do have basically like a $15 a coupon for your first subscription. Let's give you the link for that. We have it in the description of the video as well for TradingView. Go ahead and sign up for TradingView. But yeah, on the right side here, you just go to this watch list here. You could press the plus button and add things to your watch list. Put this drop down and you can create more watch lists. Just go to create new list. I can call it whatever, live show. And then you just start adding assets to your list, Maybe I want Tesla, add Tesla to my list. I have multiple lists here, right? My community alts, Sin City, my crypto portfolio, stock portfolio, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, that's how you do lists in TradingView. Let's pull up the community alts again. I may do one more just quick through like some other alts, like just go through the community alts, because a lot of people have requested, but a lot of people I'm sure haven't seen the coin they want to look at, So let me get in the chat just one more time, because I'm always hella attentive here. Paku says casino with the sell signal. Are you sure? I don't see that. I don't see a sell signal with the casino. They did have the possible reversal like a long time ago over here, way long time ago. But no sell signal, but they do have what they call a pull to the downside. It's not a sell signal. It's just movement to the downside, which still technically in a buy signal, believe it or not, a bullish condition. But it's, you can't see it because this Sin City thing in the way, but hold on. Get that out the way. There we go. Can you see it now? The bullish condition right there. That's the last major call from the casino. Bullish condition, followed by a possible price reversal. But BTC said, no price reversal. We go higher. Now looks like we go higher again. BTC maybe want to squeeze. I think it's time that we look again at the liquidity heat map from Trading Different. Let's do that quickly. Put this chat back and pull up that liquidity heat map and see what's going on. Yeah, there's still a good chance we take that top side liquidity. And I like where I bought here. I got to be honest. I do like where I bought here because it's at the bottom of the pattern that's trending down to break up. I mean, could it keep going down? Yes. And it could even make a head and shoulder and make this really bearish. But if this is going to take the top side liquidity, there's a good chance that this is the bottom before it does. Okay, so big move up here. Flip that, come on up and splash to the top side. BTC is very bullish right now, guys. Very bullish. Move up, move down, real big dump, real big bounce up. All right, sideways consolidation, pump, downwards consolidation. That should be followed by a pump, but it could roll over. All right. Let's get back to BTC and to some more altcoins. I'm going to just scan through. I'm going to scan through some of the altcoins. They said, how do we watch the casino? Well, just look up YouTube, go to a Forex Educational Live, okay? Just look up Forex Educational Live and then look for the Bitcoin Live Educational Chart. You could also just look that up. So you see the top left corner of the screen, it says Bitcoin Live Educational Chart. It is a YouTube indicator, okay? There's a lot of cool people over there too. It's a big community. So yeah, wherever not live, if we're ever not live and you want access to that casino, Bitcoin Live Educational part from Forex Educational Live. All right, there you go. All right, somebody said Tether dominance got a bull flag. On what time frame, my friend? What time frame? VZ says, have you ever used bots on BitUnix? No, I haven't, but I'm interested in trying out the feature. I have not tried that. We do got to look at Sol. And have I not looked at Sol? I think I did, but we'll take a quick look at Solana, see what's happening with Sol, and I'll skim through the altcoins. That's right. I like to skim through the altcoins on the 30-minute time frames oftentimes and see how it looks. Let's look at Solana really quickly on the daily. How was that daily candle close for I gotta say, Solana of all coins, okay, and I'm not just saying this as a holder, But Solana, out of all coins, out of everything that was beat up during this bear market, has had the best recovery so far. The best recovery from so far, from 60, all the way up to 81, 82. I mean, what's the percentage on that? And just the structure wise, right? It's just pushing. Solana, I gotta admit, man, is like kind of like one of the worst coins to short right now. And I don't know why I keep trying to do it. I know I keep trying to do it, but Solana is like a terrible coin to short. Does anybody believe that? Can I get an amen? Do you believe that Solana is the worst coin to short? Because Solana loves to destroy people, okay? It loves to destroy the shorts. Yeah, but out of all coins, man, that was a big spill, right? From 85 all the way to 61, a big spill. But look, an even better recovery. Big move up, bull flag, move up again. It came back. Solana came back from where it dumped from. Unlike some other coins, Solana has pretty much completely recovered. At this point, I'm almost willing to say that Solana, if we were to draw order blocks here, may be in that previous value area low instead of the value area high of its current range, right? We've now got accepted potentially back into this range, the value area low of the previous range. And the way it's flagging right now, I got to say, the way it's flagging, it looks like Solana goes higher. I'm interested in a Solana long, not a Solana short here. When you put it into this context, it looks, that's an acceptance into the previous range. Do you agree? All right. Do you agree? They said hyper is the worst to short. I love it. I love it. I love it. Rudy LV, what up? What up? What up? Yeah, we'll check ADA. We'll look into ADA in just 1 second. I got you guys. Okay, I got you guys, and I love you so much. I really do. Yeah, Sol has been on the F and run. I agree, man. Sol has been going insane. I got destroyed. I'm getting destroyed trying to freaking short Sol, but thank God I hold a lot of Sol, right? And I bought like a ton of Sol on spot over the weekend. I got to be honest, I did. I buy a ton of Sol, add into my spot bags. Okay, let me look at some other coins here, but that's Solana. But let me look at some other time frames for you. 4-hour time frame. Yeah, that's bullish, man. Yes, it looks like a head and shoulder, but if you try to short that, you will get clapped. Ask me how I know. Ask me how I know shorting that will get you clapped. Okay, that'll get you clapped. That is an acceptance into the value area low, in my opinion, right now. We'll see what happens. Let's go to the 5-minute time frame. The 5. Okay, nice little move for Solana. I'm still seeing more head and shoulder vibes here too, right? Look at that. Shoulder, shoulder. There's a head. Right shoulder. One more shoulder. Dump it? Potentially. I don't know. I'm almost ready to not touch Solana no more. Let's go. Yeah, Solana's good. Let me take a quick look at ADA now. People want to see what ADA is looking like. Here is Cardano on the daily. Now, Cardano is one of the biggest underdogs in this market, okay? And you see what I'm saying? How Cardano is not like where it dumped from? Like, that's how much more bullish Solana is. Because, look, this is where it dumped from. It dumped from like 24 cents. And it came all the way down to like 15 cents. That's a big dump right there. And look, bear flag dumped more, and like we kind of recovered. But like we didn't fill this gap. Right? Sol filled that gap. That's the difference. And that's why I say Sol is one of the most bullish altcoins right now in the market because of that reason. But yeah, red money flow, heavy red money flow, high Stokes now on ADA. We might have to short ADA. I might have to short ADA, I'm saying. And it could just put, give us a right shoulder. Shoulder, head, right shoulder, and then pump it. We might have to short ADA. And I'd rather short ADA than short Sol. I got to be honest. I'd rather short ADA. A 4-hour time frame, the 4. Damn, Cardano, that's bullish. That's very bullish for Cardano. Man, and you reset already? Has Cardano reset the stochastics? Are you kidding me? That changes everything. How different the time change how different can the time frame show you what's going on here? that looks so shortable in the previous time frame. And maybe it still is shortable, right? Because the stochastics are low. Just because it's low doesn't mean it's a good buy. Can I get an amen in the congregation? Just because the stochastics are low does not mean it is a good buy, okay? Tell your neighbor to your left, tell your neighbor to your right, okay? Just because the stochastics are low, it is not a good buy. All right. It's usually a good buy when it's low, but you need other factors. It's low also means that it's not in demand no more, and that thing is in retracement. It could really go into retracement more and still play out that daily retracement, maybe touch that 50, then bounce. So just be careful there. Be careful trying to quickly, long that. Let's go to 5-minute time frame. The 5-minute. What's happening right now on the small time frames for ADA? Okay, a little bit of a flag there, gave it all back, but look, respecting support. We got respect on the support there. I'm seeing complex inverted head and shoulders. I'm seeing bullishness still, even on the 5-minute, even after this downturn right there, all right? Even after that move down, I'm still seeing potential bullishness for ADA, and there has to be some type of SR flip right there. All right, SR flip right there, potentially. That could be the next bounce zone. Maybe it bounces right now, right the hell now. Previous resistance, now support. And with your inverted head and shoulder right there, who sees the inverted head and shoulder? There's a shoulder, shoulder, head. Bring it up. Right shoulder, flag. That's what I see. That's bullish structure to me, right? Why is it bullish? Because if you put it upside down, that would be bearish, okay? That is bullish, my friend. Doesn't mean it's gonna break out, but it does look bullish in market structure to me. All right, now at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and do a random altcoin analysis just very quickly. I'm gonna put it on a 30-minute time frame and look at just about, the major coins here. Like for example, Doge. What does Doge look like on a 30-minute? I'm seeing lower highs. I'm seeing lower lows, a bit of retracement, chunky flag. That's what I'm seeing. Chunky flag could break you up eventually or just make you more bearish. Keep on going down. That's just the 30-minute time frame for Doge. Not the most beautiful in the world. I got to say, it looks kind of bearish. Looks kind of bearish right now. XRP trying to maintain the support from that yellow line, the 50 MA, a bit of a inverted head and shoulder there potentially. BNB, here we go. Same thing. V for volatility is what I call this. When you have a big move up, a quick move down, and followed by an instant V-shaped recovery is normally followed by just, explosive move. I call that V, a V for volatility, right? Highly volatile, shake you out, dump it to pump it. Hyperliquid, same thing. Dump it to pump it. V for volatility. SWE, same thing. Look, V for volatility right there as well for SWE. But SWE is in more of a discount. It's below the 200 MA. SWE is looking tasty. I got to say, man, SWE is looking better and better every time I look at it. All I need is for Bitcoin to not just completely off itself. If BTC cannot off itself, then SWE could run. Ondo, what's Ondo looking like? Okay, trend up to break down, nearing support. What do we have here with structure? Chunky. We got volatility. We got a W pattern. We got a potential flag. That's a flag. It could break out. We'll see. We already looked at AVAX. We looked at XLM. Here's a Link. Very similar to a lot of these coins. A lot of these coins have similar structure. You see the V for volatility. You see the double bottoms. You see sideways price action after a move up. Tau a bit different though. What's going on with Tau? Hold on, let me see something. Tau is one of those weird coins. And what's up with this Tau? What's up, Tau? What's up with this, Dave? I don't know if you're watching, Dave, but why is Tau in the macro downtrend? I think I pointed this out before, but I don't like coins that are in macro downtrends for its entire life. What's going on with Tau? Tell me this is just a lack of data right here. Tell me there's smaller price action before this on another chart. I only have data since 2024, but why is Tau in a macro downtrend for the entirety of its lifetime? That's not good. Just interesting. All right. Anyways, 30-minute time frame, 30-minute. Let me hurry up and go to a few more that I haven't looked at all. Like, for example, Zcash. Yeah, Zcash. chunky flag, right? Falling, broadening wedge, potentially, or maybe just a normal flag. That's a bull flag. That's a bull flag after move up. It should break out, or maybe it keeps on retracing. I don't know. But Zcash, that's a flag on the 30. AAVE. There you go. Nice, beautiful flag for AAVE as well. Do you want to make a cup and handle, AAVE? It's giving me cup vibes. A little bit of a cup. Potential handle. I don't know. It's just kind of what it's giving me. Render. People care about render. 30-minute time frame. Double bottom. Sideways consolidation. Big move down to a big move up. This could start closing some gaps. I can see it. All right. We looked at XLM. We looked at all of this near. We looked at, ICP. Take a quick look at WorldCoin. WorldCoin is in like a crazy downtrend. I don't know what's going on with WorldCoin right now, but huge move down. You got to move up, which looked like a bear flag, and then made a bit of a head and shoulder, dump it. Now a flag. Like, what are you doing? Do you want to recover or not? Are you rolling over? What are you doing? Looks like it's rolling over. Here's Aster if you care about it. There's another flag. Should break up. ZBCN Zebek. Double bottom. We'll see. 30-minute time frame. Double bottom. That could be a nice bottom, actually. Do we care about Zebek? ZBCN. Fart coin. I don't really want to look at this. I'm going to veto this myself. Yeah, I'm vetoing. Double top. Lab, if you care. Lab had that huge run up. Now rolling over and still falling. Look, it rechecked the top of the trend and falling again now. Velvet. I can't believe I'm looking at this. Why am I looking at Velvet? Stop me. Somebody stop me. Yeah, that looks crazy. Yeah, just don't even touch this. Do not touch this. Forget you ever looked at that. Men in Black flash. You did not see that. All right, Caspa, if you care about it, Caspa, there we go. Rounded top. That looks bearish, man. Caspa looks bearish on the 30. Of all coins I've seen, this looks the most bearish right there. How about Tron, man? Who remembers the Tron play I had? There it is, man. What a beautiful play. Come on. This is why I need multiple accounts, guys. When you find a nice macro bottom, you got to hold that trade, man. Can I get a witness? Can I get an amen? Who remembers me giving out the Tron trade, man? I knew this thing was a freaking cup and handle. You know, big old rounded bottom, cup and handle on the macro. See it better on the daily, I think it was. Is that it? No, yeah, that's it. It's on a 4 hour. It wasn't on daily, 4 hour. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, cup and handle, right? Now, granted, you would need a deep stop loss, like under the cup, right? But look at this thing getting to move up and taking off like a rocket ship right now. Even as BTC is starting to dump a little bit. Let me get to BTC right now. Yeah, looks like we're losing that order block, guys. Losing that order block and heading back to this previous area here. Careful. Clap alert. A clap alert, right? Yeah, this is BTC on a 5-minute time frame. We'll see. Give him bull div on the way down, though. Give him bull div. We'll see. Nothing strong. But BTC is starting to come down a bit. Look at the casino. Still pull to the downside. 50 trades per minute. You know, starting to get a little bit heightened volume. And let's go ahead and let's do like, let's see, XMR. Maybe somebody cares about that. Look at it on just the 30-minute, like literally only the 30-minute. Yeah, that looks a bit bearish to me, man. It could turn bullish, but it looks like a bear flag to me. We looked at ADA already. Yeah, SEI if you care. 30-minute time frame. Double bottom, move up. Volatility in the move. Interesting. Sin. Veto. BCH. Wow, Bitcoin Cash. That's what you look like on the 30? What kind of trend is that? What kind of trend is that on a 30-minute time frame? A Bitcoin Cash. That is extremely bullish. And even though that's V-shaped, man, I'm calling that a cup and handle, man. I'm calling that a cup. I'm calling that a handle. That is bullish continuation, believe it or not. Could it also just be a double top? It could be. It could be a double top as well. Top, dump it, right? But, man, what a trend there. Let me zoom out on Bitcoin Cash. Damn. Look at the 5 hour, guys. Bear div, though. Look, bear div with the red dot. Double top. Let's call it a double top, too. You know, let's call it a double top. It could be a cup and handle. I mean, it's not rounded. You can't technically not really a cup and handle, but is it a double top with red dot plus the bear div? Is that the short signal? Just wondering. But what an incredible trend, man. Oh, this is the other way around. Short signal. Man, what if you did stop loss there and brought it down? Not a trade alert. Could be a battle plan. Could put a stop loss at 252.8 if it becomes a double top, right? If it stays a double top, 252.8 for the stop loss entry around now, 241. TP somewhere at 203. Maybe it brings it all the way back, but I don't know. Maybe you could tighten it up and bring it just to the 200 as well. Do something like that. Yeah, I won't give you exact numbers, but you can kind of sketch your own trade out there. All right, back to BTC. BTC's looking a little bit shaky here. I gotta admit, looking a bit shaky here. If we come down, this may do something like this. Right? Do you see the potential head and shoulder there, right? Will that give us confirmation for a bigger time frame short? It could potentially. How does BTC look like on the 1 minute time frame? Okay. Move down, bear flag, move down, bear flag, move down, double bottom so far. You know, there's a bigger measure move if it wants to move down more, but double bottom so far. It could bounce or it could go lower. Uh-oh. Bearish condition in the casino. Ah, do you see it? The red bearish condition right there. That's a sell signal, guys. Now, I don't follow the casino 100% of the time. If it says sell, I don't just immediately sell. But I got to say, the bearish conditions and the bullish conditions have been very accurate lately in the casino. Not so much the possible price reversals, and especially when you hear it say short signal detected. Like it hasn't been that accurate. It's been saying that over and over. But the conditions now have been very accurate, very accurate. So what I'll do now here is I want to zoom out. I want to zoom out on BTC and look for a potential, you know, if there is a responsible short to be had. I want to look for it, but keep it in mind, you know, the high time frame context that this could be a reversal, but at the same time being cautious that we could have a retracement now. So let's go to BTC. Like, it's the 1 hour it. What time frame are you guys shorting right now? I like the 1 hour. I gotta admit, man. Red dot. Look, bear div. I like the idea of it. I like the idea. What would that trade potentially look like? It will look like enter now. It will look like, or maybe not enter now. We'll adjust this, okay, on the smaller time frames. We'll adjust this, but stop loss definitely above the wick. Yeah, as I mentioned, I'm working on some of my sniper entries. I want to do less enter nows and more like, you know, sniper entry. But even if you were to enter now, looking at this right now, like what is the risk reward? I mean, obviously this can have an even bigger retracement, but looking at a 2.6 right now, that'll improve with a better entry. So let's go down some time frames. What could be a better entry for the short if you were to short the 1 hour? I gotta say, shorts are pretty dangerous right now. Shorts are dangerous, longs are dangerous. Be careful, man. Be careful. I mean, where could we put the entry? Maybe at the 50 MA or something like that? You know, wherever the nearest resistance is, right? Entry maybe around 64,000 and $21. Just an idea for a potential entry on the short. What would that make it? Zoom out, 1 hour time frame, 3.6 to 1 risk reward ratio. Not too bad. Do you like it? Put a 1 in the chat if you like it. Put a 2 in the chat if you don't like it. Once again, 1 for like, 2 for don't like. I'm not doing it. I don't think I'm gonna trade anymore today, guys. I don't think I'm gonna trade anymore. Like, I'm fine with just, you know, letting the dust settle at this point. There may be some altcoins I may be interested in, but I'm on some like just let the dust settle right now. Come, let's say the morning time, because I do not want to be messing around with the witching hours tonight. Amen. Do not want to be messing around with the witching hours. Tuesday, tomorrow should be a pretty good day to trade. And I will be looking for opportunity tomorrow. And it may not be too late to short. Trust me, it won't make the whole move overnight. Or maybe it will. Who knows? Okay. Yeah, one, if you like it, two, if you don't like it. I like it, but I'm not doing it. Okay, so not a trade alert, but a potential battle plan if you must get into a short. You know, this could be a responsible short with an entry around 64,020 and 24. Stop loss at 64,764 and the TP at 61,270. All right. I'm not going to do it though. I'm good. I'm chill. I'm zen. I moved some money around a little bit and I'm making more spot purchases. You know, I'm making spot purchases in SWE and Solana and in Bitcoin at the moment. Not financial advice, but I do recommend that from fellow trader to, you know, trader that, you know, don't forget about spot. Do not forget about spot. Use your paycheck, whatever your income is, to buy some spot. Amen. All right. All right. And with that said, the Zen Center congregation, I love you guys. Who's a member? Show me you are a member with your exclusive member emojis. Okay. Seriously, spam the emojis and spam the love. Spam the love, baby. A last call for super chats. Do you see where I'm going with this? Last call for super chats. Spam the love. I'll play the song. Give me the member emojis. Have you enjoyed the stream? Hit the like button for me right now. If you're brand new, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell because I'm live every single day. Can I get a witness? Can I get an amen? You've seen me here every single day for the past, month now? I'm a brand new streamer, baby. I'm a brand new streamer. I've been streaming for about 1 month on my own here, and we have exploded the growth of this channel, and we will continue to do it. I love you guys so much. Okay, be careful in these charts. Use good risk management. Listen to nobody but your strategy. Okay, not even me. Listen to nobody and take responsibility for your trades. Amen. Amen, baby. I'm gonna play that song. Last call for super chats, and give me some heart emojis in the chat.
Sin City Lights on the chart.
Yes. That's right, baby. I'm getting out of here. I love you guys so much, okay?
That's right, baby. Let's go. I'm not a bull, I'm not a bear. I'm a monk in the chair. Green tea coaster. Liquidity in the air. Trade alert, we inbound. Whole chat making sounds. If she pump, if she dump, we still make it off the bounce.
That's right, baby.
That's right, baby. Rounded bottoms pay the bills. That's right, baby. Bitcoin moody, she be moving like a ghost. Wick up, wick down, and she do the most. Everybody yelling short, everybody yelling long. I just watch the chart and let the market sing the song. My narrative don't matter, my feelings don't count. If the setup look clean, then I'm still in that.
Love you, Notorious. I love you guys. Love you, Attract Abundance. I love you, Legendary God King. I love you, Dave. Love you, Rex Futuras. My big bro. Hey, Mel Clapper. I clap at your name. I love it. I'm not a bull, I'm not a bear.
I'm a monk in the chair. Green tea coast.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you more than you know.
Trade alert, we inbound. Whole chat making sounds. If she pump,
I appreciate everybody.
get off the bounce. That's right, baby.
That's right, baby.
Round the bottoms pay the bills. That's right, baby. Bing bong, price trapped in the range. Head and shoulders, then the pattern change. Blue flag, bear flag.
Tony Roses, I love you.
Guessing I'm playing the edge. Fair value gap like a speed boost. Mario Kart when they come to
Javier, love you. Love everybody.
The profit, quick take profit. Damn it, don't marry the pig. Pinky up if we build
It's the shortest stream ever.
Green dot on the daily.
Hey man, I hit all my goals here and I'm happy. Hope you guys got informed. I'm gonna go be zen now, baby. I'm gonna go be zen.
Then I'm pointing to the map.
Can I get an amen? Can I get some dollar signs?
We in the money, baby. Let the runner climb. Not financial.
Have fun, baby. Hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that like button on the way out.
We don't cry, we fly.
Trade alert.
Trade bound. Stop below. Target found. Liquidity magnet. Price get dragged. Shorts get cooked. Longs get bagged. Monk mode. No fear. No greed, just flow. I'm not a
I'm not a bull, I'm not a bear. I'm a monk in the chair.
Green tea coaster.
Liquidity in the air.
Trade alert, we inbound. Go check, making sounds. If she pump, if she don't, we still make it off the bounce. That's right, baby. That's right, that's right.
This is
Round
not
the bottoms, pay the
financial
bills.
advice.
That's right, baby. Learn how to lose.
Learn how to lose. Lose responsibly
Tell the truth.
in order to learn how to win. Love you guys so much. Amen. All right. Have an amazing evening, amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Let's go. Everybody take care. Be safe out there. Much love.